Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't even say how much time is in the round.
Nah.
Oh
I
no,
guess we'll get pairings.
It says it here now. Okay, 58 seconds.
We'll get pairings soon, I suppose.
Yeah, I suspect. Man, so many interesting matchups. A lot of big boys. I sure hope we're not disappointed with like none of you guys dare to drop on me. It's a really sad when that happens. Somebody drops. Oh, that's a nice 0 in my score.
I mean, this is the first Masters. Like, we've had 3 in a row in the same balance, right?
Has it been 3? I thought it was only 2.
No, it's been 3.
I guess this
I
is
think
the
this is.
third.
I think this is the first time that's happened in a very long time.
Yeah, because there's usually something like a couple new cards.
Well, it's either a couple new cards or
Balance, right.
the balance philosophy of the dev team has changed over the past couple of years. So, like 2 years ago, it was pretty common for balance changes to only happen 3 or 4 months. But nowadays, it's like every 2 months usually. So it's pretty rare to have 3 masters in a row all on the same balance, which I guess says something about the current state of the metagame.
Well, that and they're also working on the custom tournament thing, which
Yeah.
is awesome stuff. I can't imagine the names of tournaments we're gonna come up with.
Oh, of course. All right.
All right, so we got some pairings.
Wild
and
and Gander.
Ganderhard.
Should we watch that?
That works for me.
I'll let Love Giant know.
Hang on, my cheating hand account has logged itself out due to inactivity.
Careful, you might get killed by a distribute card.
Oh God, no! Don't even tell me. Okay, what do we have here? So Wildblade rolling up. Looks like just good old Mono Dominion. Up against, I think that's the Enoch Pony deck. That's literally Enoch riding a pony. It's pretty strong. Wildblade's got some ramp and a lot more ramp coming up, but Ganderheart already putting a lot of pressure, and Wildblade doesn't really have a good answer. Is he gonna mana up to bump up the Scarab? Sure is.
Okay, I can break my oath of silence now. I've finished eating.
Alright, so let's see. I'm guessing Sculptor is getting played here. That seems fair, yeah.
That's a really good start.
Yeah, pretty solid. Got a lot of bodies early, but Wildblade's gonna Cataclysm soon. He's gonna have to kill that Sculptor somehow, though.
He's got Symbol, so he can Symbol it.
Yeah, power
He can ramp and Symbol. That's super good. Yeah, because
there he goes.
Symbol of Blood costs a lot, but it doesn't fight like Primal Battle does.
It doesn't kill your creature.
Yeah.
So he's got
Now, Wildblade has played this deck a lot, so this is like his version of Mono Dominion, because everyone's version is slightly different because of how the numbers just are always slightly off. But I think he's one of the only ones that plays Symbol of Blood.
I thought that was because he puts Primal Battle in something else.
Yeah, he puts Primal Battle in something else, and I mean, Conquest strategies. He's playing the same lineup, I think, as last time.
Oh,
Which, you know what, I can't fault him for.
It seems to be working. Is it time for Cataclysm? Seems likely. That's a lot of damage.
I like Cataclysm here. Because he's... Actually, yeah, because you got the Incarnate as well. He's got Cleanse. Nah, not anymore.
Oh, I noticed he doesn't have the... Because that was the Assassin's Guild we just saw. That means he doesn't have the Sack Shrine.
So he's keeping the Assassin's Guild. That's interesting, because we've had discussions on this before, where most people play the Assassin Shrine and Sack Shrine, whereas I prefer Cathedral and the Sack, because you need life gain. However, playing both removal shrines and no card draw one is interesting. I'm actually curious, because there is still a lot of value in this deck, but is it enough?
Well, I think your main problem would be something like discard, because then with such a small hand, you could just get your hand wiped. And
That's true. Discard would cause some serious issues. Nightmare.
so I'm
Very
guessing,
strong
I'm
card.
guessing it's gonna go face.
Oh my god! Yes! It's the Hydra deck!
Oh, it's Midnight Cravings he just drew.
Yes! He's playing the Hydras! I love this deck. He didn't go. I don't think he's gone all in. He hasn't quite gone for the, like, zombie giant with Harsford.
Wait, so how does the Hydra get into the graveyard, though?
Well, the thing
right,
is,
the
you
pony.
have to kill the stallion at some point.
Right, the pony, of course.
Um.
Oh, because you can also pony Undead Giant, and then just Hartsford everybody back to business?
That's how that deck works. Yeah, you set up. You play 2 Nightmare Stallions, and then you get Hydra Zombie Giant, Hydra Zombie Giant, and then you play Harsford, get 2 Hydras, and then it dies. You get 2 Giants.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's so much fun to play when it works, and it's more consistent than you'd think. I'll say that. It is more consistent than you'd think.
Alright, so Wildblade has 1 card left.
Yep, and it's a Scarab, so he has to divine it, or...
Yeah, it's not very good.
He chose not to divine it. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's thinking right now the worst that can happen is drawing Double Shrine. So you might as well have a play.
Or he may just be planning to steal something, regardless. But
I
what did he
mean,
steal?
yeah...
A Hartsford?
I think... Cloning
Oh,
Vat.
no,
I think you
it
send
doesn't
back the
Hartsford.
Scarab. Well, actually, he's seen the Undead Hydra now.
Wait, if you're not
But-
running the Sack Shrine, Cloning Vat seems quite a bit less good.
It is, but it's still... I think you still need it. Oh yeah, 'cause he's playing Devourer, so you still need it, but... It's a lot weaker. It's not a card draw engine, it's just value
He can
now.
actually get a Devourer on the board if he summons the Enchained Soul. And
Yeah, he could.
Oh, no, he didn't do that.
I think he's waiting for a Tombs or a bunch of 1-drops or something.
Vulture? That's interesting.
This is...
Assassinate. I mean, there's no point assassinating that.
Oh, is he playing Assassinate?
Yeah.
Huh. Assassinate's an interesting card because, like, it does what it does very efficiently, but the problem with Assassinate, and the reason a lot of people don't play it, is because it can only ever be a 1-for-1. Which sounds really stupid when you put it that way, but when you think about the fact that Dominion often gets value by 2-for-1ing instead of card draw most of the time, it makes a lot of sense. It's the same with Corruption. They usually get ahead by playing 2-for-1s instead of drawing cards.
Wildblade. He's gonna have to get the Devourer on the board. Or is he gonna try to steal something?
What can you steal here, Vulture?
Maybe. That's a bit slow, but what else can he do?
It's
What's
not
the biggest
bad.
creature in Ganderheart's deck? I mean, other than
Vulture.
like Hydras and stuff.
Because if he gets a Vulture, he can make it into a 6/6 immediately. No, 7/7 even. And that would make Gander's Vulture worse.
Well, also, if he can send the Hydra back to the deck, it won't be a target for Midnight Cravings.
I actually really like that idea, because the thing is, if he doesn't have another Vulture in his deck, you still get to take a 2-drop out of his deck. So it's not that bad, and you're only using 3 mana, which means you can still play Devourer. So that would be what I would recommend in this situation. Oh, he's going for Flesh Sculptors instead.
I mean,
But yeah, we'll see, because this Vulture is... This thing's gonna get large.
Yeah, can he actually get it through, though?
Probably not.
Well, actually, if he Midnight Cravings the Hydra, he could, right? Because the Hydra could just attack anything.
Yeah, and then he can...
And then send the 1/1 into something.
You can use Silverthorn Promenade to buff it to kill the Sculptor. That's a board clear, and you still have, what, 2 mana, so you can get in for another 5 with the Vulture. That's pretty good.
Or he might Hero Power, actually, the Gladiator here.
Actually, yeah, maybe.
That's more damage.
Not by a lot, though. I'm not sure I like that because I think that's not that much extra damage. It's only 1 extra, and maybe the 2-1 is better right now. Yeah, so actually no. If you're doing it this way, you do get to keep the 3/3. That's true. Never mind.
Well, Wildblade's gonna need a Cataclysm probably.
Or a Helm.
Shadow Step Assassin helps a little.
That's not that bad actually, because the assassin, well, he doesn't have Rune of Blades, which is a serious problem. He did not take it earlier.
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
The second cloning bat, I don't know, because cloning bat activation, assassin, cloning bat activation, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8 mana, leaving only 2 remaining, so you can't play the Devourer this turn. But that would leave you with, if you get the dwarves that can sack themselves, that gives you a bunch of extra blockers. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's going for the Devourer because he gets to eat the mercenary. So it's
that's true.
like
Yeah, it costs 1. And then you can just play the assassin.
Yeah.
Or...
he might be waiting for the Rune of Blades, actually. Like, basically keep it as removal.
I do not like this attack. If Gander draws removal, he wins here. If he draws, like, a Vermin, or an Assassinate, or... like... I don't know. That's super risky.
Shrine into Shrine, though. He didn't draw anything useful.
I mean, he's not gonna die, but it kind of feels like he should have. Yeah, I don't know what the percentages are on it, but I feel like he probably would have won the game anyway. But yeah, we'll see. Here comes the massive vulture.
I mean, come on, it's big enough now. You can stop. You can stop. But if Wildblade gets that rune, it's gonna be all over, I think.
Or Helm, or Cleanse.
That works.
Cleanse is even better here. You get to draw a card. And... yeah, and now you just play out the... well, you get... do you want to leverage the cloning bats? Probably. Just summon dwarves at this point. Moonsteel Miners. Different school of thought, I suppose. I think Moonsteel Miner... Moonsteel Miners I really like. Because you can sneak damage through. But yeah.
And that's a wrap for that game.
Yep, game 1. It goes to the Wild.
What are some other matchups we've got? Dobritsa and Cruel Tech. Cruel Tech is up 1. I would actually switch to someone else. We get a bit of a variety.
It's kind of nice seeing the whole best of 3 go through, though.
Fair enough. I guess we'll watch someone else next time.
Yeah, I mean, if whoever wins this, we can just not watch next round.
So Wildblade looks like the artifacts.
Yeah, this is the artifacts deck. He's playing the same lineup. Well, okay, maybe he's tweaked a card, but he's playing the same lineup as last month, from what I gather.
Gander's still going with the same deck.
I mean, yeah, he's probably thinking... I mean, this happens with Conquest a lot, where you want to switch decks, and then you sort of think to yourself, you know what, I have to win with this thing anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And really, it shouldn't matter if you win 2-0 or 2-1. Like, I consider that to be identical.
It is in Masters, yeah. When there's enough people to avoid the 3-round, then yeah, because how many games you win will affect your tie breaks, but in full Masters it doesn't matter because prizes are based on points and there should be 4 rounds, so tie break should never come into it.
Well, more than that, I'd say that it should never matter because it may just be a matter of someone thinking exactly, okay, I have to win with this deck, so it shouldn't matter what order I play it in.
I mean, I don't think it should matter either, but tie breaks are a weird situation.
Gander's contesting, but those Dwarven Mortars are gonna do some work.
Yeah, the killer of all creatures. Well, there's an Assassinate for it, but...
yeah, but it's 2-for-1.
Yep. The question is, do you play the Assassinate now? Oh, he drew a 1-drop, so probably.
Or maybe it's time to unleash the pony.
Maybe. He can't play it is the problem. I mean, he can't get it going.
He's got 2 sculptors in hand. Well, triple frost elemental.
Another
Man.
mortar. That's backbreaking, I think. Oh, there's the Hydra. That's the one card you don't want to draw.
Well, you can always just DO it. It's like
Yeah, you
not a
can just
problem.
send it back.
Keep sending that bad boy to the bottom.
Send the Garnet back. Oh, so he took the Silverthorn Promenade. Oh,
Yeah,
there's 2.
He can activate
So that
it.
you can play it, yeah. What's the 3rd card? What do you not want in your deck? Slave Gladiator? Zombie Legionnaire.
Zombie Legionnaire. I guess deck fitting too. That's pretty nice.
Yep. Here comes the pony.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't have it, but I'm just waiting for that pacify.
Now that would be rude. That would just be rude, and you know it.
Disarm.
Who plays Disarm? You think Disarm would be good at 1 mana?
Probably, yeah. I mean, Disarm is funny because it has seen play in stall decks before. It's just stall decks aren't very good right now.
Oh, that's another mortar. Well, technically it's not a 3rd one. He just got it off of the drone.
Yep. The Artifact Loop.
This seems almost unwinnable for Ganderhard, if I'm being honest. Unless you get some crazy Hydra chain going.
I mean, I think you just play the Hydra here because you need to get some board presence going.
Sadly, it's going to get traded off for free because of
Yeah.
the 2 Frost Elementals in Wildblade's hand.
I mean, Wildblade has got one of those things where the advantage of these kinds of decks with these like Frosty Bear decks where you play lots of these small order and wisdom cards is they're very good at picking off other creatures. They're not very good at applying pressure, but in this matchup, you don't really need to apply pressure.
No. I mean, he'll eventually start rolling out his Steel Sentience or what have you, and then that's all the pressure you need.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
It seems to be a very anti-aggro list with electrostatic armor and all that.
It seems to be, which has... It's funny because he's banned Rage Rush, which makes sense. I mean, I've said it before, you should never let Rage Rush through because it usually always wins a game somehow. It's just kind of how the deck operates. So it makes sense to ban it, but it's just kind of amusing that he's got these anti-aggro decks, but still has to ban an aggro deck. But there's a lot of other aggro decks around, so it'll help him out. And now this sculptor is just gonna get picked off for free. I think Gander's chance of winning this is extremely
basically
low.
0.
Yeah, there's not much back from here. I don't think there's a single card combination he can draw right now. Yeah, this is over. It kind of sucks having to be that pessimistic when you're watching a game. It's like, yeah, who's gonna win this? Nah, this has gone past the point.
There's not much debate here. I mean,
No,
when one guy has 5 creatures on the board and more cards in hand, yeah.
We're basically just watching him wrap up the game. I think we're at a point now where Wildblade doesn't need to play another card.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just win with what was on board, so he concedes it. Makes sense.
All right, what do we got? Dobriches and Cruel Tech. Let's go.
Sounds good.
I actually tested with him, and he had some interesting ideas.
Huh.
Oh, I know what this deck is. This is the aggressive heal variant.
Oh, it's Hermelian Priests. It's a nasty deck.
Is that what Cruel Deck was playing too?
Maybe, yeah.
So Cruel Deck Rage Rush. This is basically Wisdom Dominion control.
I mean, Cruel Tech is probably playing like... I mean, he's back to his old tricks. Okay, he's not playing Shamans, but Wisdom Dominion, Rage Rush. It's good comfort zone for him.
Yeah, we tested
I'm not really
this.
sure how Wisdom Dominion fares right now, because it might struggle a bit against the Priest Kainu deck because of how much absurd like value that deck can generate. But I mean, he banned it, so it makes sense. And I'm assuming that the Amon is a chicken deck, like chicken zombies.
Oh yeah, almost certainly. Oh look at that, a lamp! I have great respect for lamp.
Taking my back.
I mean, this looks to be another wrap-up, basically. I don't... Because with Silencer on the board?
Yeah, this game, like, Dobry came really close. He got to 36 life, which it's basically, the equivalent here is he took Cruel down to 4 health.
Yeah.
And couldn't finish him off. That's the equivalent. But, nah, he's not getting through this. Oh, he can't play Namir.
No. He doesn't have enough cards to,
Is this a... Oh, that's why he's playing Godlet Dungeon. I was thinking, like, even if it's a heal deck, I've tried Godlet.
This is the Amon deck, so he has to use Godlet to hero power, and then switch back to double order so he can actually play Namir and still.
I think we talked about this last month. I still think that's a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, when we tested, there were occasional troubles with mana, like not working out. Okay, so that was over. What do we got left? Puku and Taurik? Sure, why not?
Yeah. Most of these games are wrapping up. Actually, they're all in the second game. Come on, let's get a best of 3.
Alright, Taurik's got the good old... Oh, it's the Kainu with, looks like the Blessings package.
That's good, because I think that's the best one. After the whole thing a couple months ago, I went on a massive, just testing splurge on all of the different types. And I think the Blessing package one is the best.
It's got a lot of value to it.
Absurd amounts of value.
And also, if you can put a Namir's Blessing on a Tren, it could be GG.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Now this is an energy deck. He's got Power Shot in hand. Ah yes, the famous Charles combo with Renovation Facility. This is a super strong combination. He's basically got the equivalent of a Flesh Sculptor in play that can't really be removed.
Yeah. I mean, Charles starting with 3 energy is really nice too. For the purposes of...
Well, Power Shot is really strong with him. You put Power Shot on a Charles and he goes up to 5 energy and you can shoot the entire board down.
Pretty good. Zappy zappy.
Zappy zappy. Now, I'm curious what the Amon deck is, because if it's Mono C, I am absolutely stunned if it managed to beat the deck Taurik is playing. Maybe it was against the other deck, the Dominion one. But that seems difficult. But it might not be Mono C. It's kind of hard to gauge. Because this deck Taurik's playing, this like Blessing deck, absolutely destroys Mono C. That's the funny thing about it is, you've got that essence that stops people sacrificing things, but they don't actually need it. It's this weird paradox where there's a card in order that kills Corruption, but it's not being played right now because the mid-range decks that would play it already win that matchup. So they would just stomp it even harder. I suppose.
Yeah, it's not really very fair when that card is played. It feels like the card basically reads, "You can no longer remove my creatures."
When it comes to Corruption, yeah. I mean, it's funny because Corruption nowadays I think is in a decent place, because there was a time when basically Corruption's original base set was pretty bad when it came to control. But then over time, there was a critical mass of cards. And I think it was when Word of Pain got changed to its current version. That was when it started being a good deck. And I think it's been like tier 2, occasionally tier 1, since then. Right now, I think it's in tier 2. I don't think it's a top deck. I think it's played a lot in Conquests. In Conquest, I think it's very close to the top of the heap because it's one of those decks where you play it and then it doesn't take up multiple colors. You can play other decks no matter what, and you can tweak it a bit. So if you're playing Conquest, it's a very good deck. but as a standalone, I'm not a fan of it right now.
Pukyu's got Ancient Ruins. Does he have enough level 1 creatures to support it?
He does have drones, and he's got Charged Aurite drone. I kind of get the logic here, because I don't think he may have the Energy Shrine, but you've got an extra slot, and I think drawing a drone later is okay, but drawing a Charged Aurite late in the game is like getting punched in the face. So, playing Ancient Runes to mitigate that is not too bad, I don't think.
Torik's got quite a board ahead of him.
Yeah, he does. What could he use to get out of this? Like Soul?
Soul Projection.
Does he even have it?
If he even runs that card.
It's not that common, because it's very clunky. So most of these versions don't play it. He's just trying to break through here. Surely these are going to get double blocked, right? Yeah, there's no way it's going to get through.
So he's going to Hero Power Tren? Hero Power something. Or maybe not.
I think you need to Hero Power something here. Probably the Tren. Lock up the 2-level spells. There's a lot. No, not 2-level. There's a lot of 2-mana spells in Wisdom.
Oh, I mean, Power Discharge and Power Shot being your main culprits.
Yeah, and Ancient Wisdom if he's playing it, or in a mono blue deck, Word of Knowledge. It's pretty important to lock up in mono blue. That card is insane.
Maybe he's hoping that Diogen carries him. It's gonna be a 4/5 that can't be targeted. Not so easy to kill it.
It's gonna be hard to kill, that's for sure.
Is he gonna make a sentient here? Oh no, he can't. He doesn't have enough drones.
Can't. I think he was he was debating if he wanted the spirit to be able to attack. He can go double sentient now though, because he can play one and then get another one.
Use the resulting drone, yeah.
That's pretty good. The problem he has right now is that Diogen is pretty much unkillable.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to like run a couple sentients into it or something.
If he could Hero Power, he could kill it right now, but he doesn't have the mana.
No.
And next turn, he's gonna have more to deal with. I think
maybe just Power Shot and clear everybody except Diogen.
Yeah, you could Power Shot. Because you only need to use one energy. And it will refuel the Charles. The other option is playing Steel Sentient.
Into another Steel Sentient?
Yeah. Or you can go Power Shot Renovation Facility.
Looks like he's going for the Sentient though, because he went level.
Looks like it, yeah.
But he's still thinking.
I mean, it's a pretty solid play. Like this is the exact thing you don't want to see if you're Torik right now.
I wonder if Torik has any artifact removal. Bar Convoy, anything like that?
Bar Convoy is pretty common. In fact, Bar Convoy is what usually makes this matchup kind of hard for the artifact deck. But usually they only play 2 maximum. So it's no guarantee he's going to draw it. I mean, it's unlikely he won't for the entire game, but we'll probably see one.
Well, he can basically play it for free.
Mantle of Winds is actually crazy here, because if he puts it on Diogen, I think he's actually unkillable.
Oh, yeah, well, because he's flying. Yeah.
Flying 3-speed, untargetable. I think he quite literally cannot kill the Diogen.
So I think this is where Trent should buff up to 2, probably.
Yeah,
because otherwise he can't play any of his 1-mana spells, which you would like to play, I'm sure.
He's gonna force this spirit to be sacked here. He's trying to keep the board fairly clear, but yeah, you want to buff up this trend because there are so many 2 mana key spells in mono blue. It's kind of like playing against mono C, where they have spells that don't cost 2, but all the important ones do. So you really want to get rid of it. See if he does it.
I mean, what else is... Unless he wants to try to bluff something, but like what? Yeah,
there you go. I really like the position Toric's in now, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's gonna have to deal with 2 5/5 Steel Sentients crashing in here. If he goes to 4th level. And... do you? He can clear the Tren if he does that. He can also hero power. If he hero powers, he can clear the whole board. He can either clear the Tren or the rest of the board. Not counting Deijin, because Deijin's pretty much untouchable right now.
But it will get shocked. That means it's out of action for at least a turn.
That's true. It will get shocked.
Can't be nothing protects you from that, I'm afraid. Can't hide from a lightning storm. Even if you're invisible, it doesn't matter.
Unless you're unless you got a Might Emblem on you from the Triangelica Sentinel, that is.
Oh.
The exception to every rule.
God, remember when that card was 2 levels?
And could put it on itself? Yes, I do remember this.
Man, I imagine playing through the campaign is gonna be a lot harder now with all these nerfs.
I can speak from experience. It is. I've tried doing heroic aim on again, and it's really hard. I mean, it was kind of brutal anyway.
Whoa, face. Interesting.
Okay, I see the logic here. He's thinking, all right, this board will be shocked for a turn. I can go 4th level. I've got 2 Steel Sentients.
Ooh, Primal Battle. That is a very nice draw. And he can actually give it life bound as well to get 7 life.
What's he got?
He can play the buff on Trent and then play Primal Battle to kill a Sentient and gain 7 life.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a shame he can't do it with... It's a shame he can't attack as well, but he's still gonna gain, like, 4 Pegasi here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think... Isn't it rounded down?
It's rounded up.
Oh, okay, it's gonna be 4 ponies.
It's confusing, because I think most cards in the game are rounded down. But this one is rounded up. So you get your 4 ponies. There's another card that's been nerfed in this deck. Actually, no, that I don't think that made it into the game. I think the original Symbol of Faith, it didn't have half.
Oh yeah, it like summoned as
7
many ponies. It was ridiculous. Yeah,
it was just like, okay.
That was way too much horsepower. That's for sure.
Yep.
Man, Pewkyu is probably wishing, man, if only I could hero power right now.
I know, right? Well, it was going for the kill was a gamble.
Yeah.
And this is why I love this deck. The fact that they have access to this Trend Symbol Primal Battle combination.
Yeah, that's something I actually added in too, because it makes the Rage Rush matchup so satisfying when you do this.
Yeah.
You give it life bound, you Primal Battle a Goblin for 6 life, hit the face for another 6 life.
It's amazing, because Primal Battle specifically says they deal damage to each other, which means this works really well with Antriel as well. It doesn't matter how small the creature is, you've Primal.
Yeah, you get the full. That's
yep.
one nice thing.
It's great. It is really good. And the good thing about Symbol is that against control decks and other mid-range decks, still pretty good. I mean, it basically costs 4 mana in those matchups. But the second mode is pretty good.
Yeah, with the Blessings package, it makes more sense because it's easier to stick a creature like Tren.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you get 4 ponies with it, that's great value. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of drones.
That's a lot of drones. That is 5 drones, so we can't make another Sentient yet.
Well,
alright, there goes the Tren.
Was nice knowing you, pal.
I mean, that trend's done some serious work.
Yeah.
But the question is, what do you do with this? Do you... I think you play Parashot, right?
You can't... Oh, right, because he's going to die. Right, he can outplay.
Yeah. So you can play the Parashot and then kill 2 ponies. And... or you can draw. Yeah. I mean, Toric... This is a very close game. Toric has the cards. All he needs is a cleanse. Or a Bark Convoy.
Yeah, man, Bark Convoy would be monstrous. I'm surprised you wouldn't run more copies, though. If you're not running Symbol of Growth, which obviously he isn't because he doesn't have the Shepherd package, then why wouldn't you run more Bark Convoys? I mean, that's now your only answer to spells and artifacts.
With Cleanse, it's not as bad. Like, 4 cleanses, 2 Bark Convoys is more than enough.
Okay, I guess if you have Cleanse, but I haven't seen a Cleanse in this deck.
Actually,
and he doesn't have it in the Dominion deck? I mean, if you have Cleanse, you don't put it in this deck, you put it in other decks.
I'm curious. I'm gonna look, because this deck, you don't need Cleanse in it, but it's a pretty good Cleanse deck. Because it has very few weaknesses if you put Cleanse in it. But I don't know.
There's Big Boy Tren. Get up to that two levels. Or I guess you can do that.
Valor.
Oh,
yeah. There you go.
And it's gone.
And it's got 2 speed now. But he's in an interesting position here. Fortunately for him, the hero power is not showing up for the next.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
So, I'm actually gonna check. I haven't checked.
Oh, that's another card you can't use. Parallel Evolution.
There's so many 2-mana spells that are really important.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are we looking at? Toric? Yeah, Toric. So, where are these cleanses? They're not in the Coyote deck.
I would imagine in the Dominion deck. Assuming
that would be my guess.
I mean,
they're in... Oh, they're in the Amon deck. It's Mill.
Huh.
I think. Is it? No. It's just... It's a Rage Corruption... What on earth is this? No, it is Mill. It's playing in Still Life as well. Yeah, it's 3-color Mill.
So I'm guessing Diogen should just block one of the spirits? I don't see why not. He wants to get the 9 damage to the face. I get that. He's willing to give up his spirits, but he's giving up some 3-speed action to do that. Is he going to make another sentient?
I'm not sure I like this. He needs another sentient, but Symbol is gonna be good.
Charles. Interesting.
Well, Toric has got 2 symbols.
Bark
Convoy!
Baby, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get that action. But does he play it immediately? Oh, Namir's Blessing, but he can't play it because of Tren!
I mean, you go Symbol... I think you attack with Tren. You play Symbol, and... Wait, what's the wording on Symbol? Lifebound, so it doesn't double it. So you can attack with Symbol... Gain some life, gain some ponies, you get 4 ponies again, and then just Bark Convoy the Sentient. In fact, I kind of like the idea of...
Well, he has to Bark Convoy because it's a 9/9, right? And it's gonna, like, kill him, otherwise. Or he might make a second one.
I think he's worried about the second one. I'm trying to figure out if there's any way of bluffing it. I think you attack as many of the drones as you can this turn.
Try to break them up?
Well, actually, Pukyu's going to time out before this game ends. But anyway, if you attack...
Oh, wow, I just noticed, got a minute.
The play here is you attack 5 drones to force Pukyu to sacrifice all of them or switch blockers. So he has to make 2 Bark Convoys. I mean, 2 Steel Sentients.
I think he's going to play the Symbol, get ponies, and then play Bark Convoy to blow up the Sentient. Basically buys him a turn, and given that Pukyu is so low on time... that might work. That's a lot of damage to his face as well.
Yep, and here comes the Bark Convoy. Very late to the party, I might add.
Yeah, but very welcome. So that sets Pukyu back a lot.
And Pukyu... Wait, actually no, he should not have attacked that drone. Pukyu has made a mistake. He could have sacrificed the drone to cancel the attack. Unless, wait, no, did he switch out the blocker? What happened there? Did he attack the drone, or did he switch out the drone?
I think he attacked the drone.
If he attacked the drone, he could have sacked it. So I think he attacked Charles and then PQ.
Oh, yeah, right.
He attacked,
he attacked Charles. Yeah, makes sense.
If that's what happened, that makes more sense. Because if that's not what happened, then some shenanigans just happened.
Oh, he's got Runelet Incarnate as well. Okay, that's another level 1 card. A 4/4? That's pretty good, I guess.
It's not bad.
But I think he realizes he's low on time, so he's like, okay, let's just go.
Well,
but that trend might kill him. Like he's gonna really be careful with this board.
I think you just attack.
Just attack with everything?
Well,
just attack a bunch of drones and swing to the face?
You can't attack the drones because you'll sack them.
Yeah, but the reason you want them gone though, right?
Oh no, you do want them out of the way. You can attack. How many drones are there? 7?
7, yeah.
There are 6 Pegasi. So attack all of those to stop them blocking. Attack Charles and the other one, and oh no, you attack Charles and the other one, then attack face with Trent.
Hang on a second. Why doesn't he just play? He can play the elf, bump up Bar Convoy, and blow up another thing. Or maybe he's saving that for a bigger artifact creature. He might be doing that, actually.
I think he has to kill him this turn, or at least force him to block enough, because that backswing is going to hurt.
Yeah, he needs enough life to survive the return swing. Which I think with the Symbol of Fate, he should be able to. Man, where's a what do you call it? Where's a Primal Battle when you need it? God, that would be useful.
Right? If you attack the Runelet Incarnate with Deogen, then even if he survives the attack, I think he can't win. Because he won't have enough damage in play. So I think you attack the Runelet with Deogen, and then just tie up all the drones, attack face with Tren and a Sunblessed and Elf Warrior, and I think that's the play.
So that goes there. Tren's gonna hit with a Runelet?
I think so. You need to limit the damage.
Yeah, and also he has to be careful about the
Don't do that.
He has to be careful about the damage, because Tren could buff up to, I think, 9. Right?
Yeah, so he's gonna try and sneak as much damage through as possible.
I think that was a mistake. Wasn't it?
No, because he can still play the symbol. And it's a more efficient... It would have cost an extra one to...
Well, if he buffed first, then he would have saved the mana. Because the cost goes
True.
up.
But he's playing as if all the blocks happen, so he still has enough mana to symbol.
Wait, why is he double attacking a drone? Like, wait, okay, there you
go. He's gonna run out of time.
Hugo's like, okay, I gotta figure out quickly what the hell am I doing in this mess. Okay.
Yeah, this is over.
That's gonna cost him a lot of time.
I think PQ is gonna time out here, but I think he would have lost anyway. Because he can't win on the crackback, and I think the Tren, Deogen, and Bark Convoy is too much to deal with. So I don't think it mattered.
But now he plays, kills the Sentient. Oh, he buffs that up. That's not enough to kill him, though.
No, but it gains him more life.
But he could have killed a Sentient, though. Why not do that? Oh, he wants a million ponies. But no, they're all gonna die.
Well, he can yeah.
Oh, that's
the main
that's
thing
not nice.
is he's worried about the hero power, but now PQ would never have enough damage. So he hero powers, attacks.
But imagine the Sentient could be dead here. Then there's no offense at all without that thing.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, and he's got 7 seconds. He can't even win, even if Tarek just passed turn.
Funny thing is, he's got 0 on my screen. He's been at 0 for about a minute. He does have an extra attack here. This is...
I mean, Tarek could play another Deogen and then Primal Battle the Sentient. Dig out a Primal Battle and then just kill the Sentient with it.
I actually kind of like double Deogen Symbol of Faith, or double Deogen Primal.
Ah, look, he's gonna do it. Oh, he's gonna use the. Oh, he's gonna kill the sentient that way. Okay, that makes sense.
I like that. That's clever.
Yeah, that's my backup plan. Okay, now there's clearly not enough damage. Yeah, he's conceding. Well, that was quite a game. That was.
He didn't even time out. He actually conceded. Yep, that was game 2.
All right, we only have one. Oh, wow, that was game 2. Oh, okay, we gotta see the finish of that.
10-minute delay strikes again. Cruel Tech just clarifying Dobie was actually on 39 health at one point.
Oh, wow, that's pretty close.
So
yeah.
he was very close. He only needs to draw Cleric to win.
We tested
so very
that
close
deck
game.
against a Mono Dominion, and it was pretty wild. Like, it was always a struggle for Mono Dominion, but it's certainly doable. It mostly thanks to Scarabs. Like, if you can get some Scarabs on the board, you just get their life down. They can't win.
I mean, he is playing Wisdom Dominion, so I think it's harder to pressure, but easier to stop them like doing anything later because of silencers.
True.
So I don't know how that affects the matchup. Because yeah, Scarab's great. If you can't deal with Scarabs, they cause some serious problems.
And the other killer was the Devourer. Because you eat the temples, you can eat Namir, you eat Cavalry Field Captain, you eat the Sunblessed Priest. You eat everything. And
you do need to sacrifice an Incarnate to do that.
Well, you can steal. Actually, in the matchup we played, he had a 2-cost Spirit in his deck, so I was able to steal that and Devour off of that. But yeah, otherwise, I have to basically sack an Incarnate. So that's a reason to keep an Incarnate, actually.
Yeah.
That makes sense. QQ, you're one of my guys. Don't blow this.
Okay, let's see who's got this one.
What is this?
Mono Dominion.
Mono Dominion against Artifacts. Interesting. Oh,
wait.
He's even
no, this is not Mono Dominion. This is Wisdom Dominion.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Aranuel? Oh, look at that!
Yep, he's playing it. I like this. He's got the crabs.
Well, he's got Spoiled Aristocrat as well.
What is that? He's playing Magi Expedition? This is like Wisdom Dominion mid-range almost.
What a madman.
This deck is almost entirely creatures. It's basically mid-range. It's like vampires almost.
Well, it's got Aranuel, that's a vampire. It's got Bloodseeking Mutant, that's a vampire. I wonder if Prinha is somewhere in there too.
Huh. No Prinhas from what I can tell. Surprising.
Oh, Spoiled Aristocrat. Ooh, uh-oh, a 3-1. Run away! And you know, the idea of playing an aggressive deck with Scarabs? Maybe that's not so bad. Get a lot
What's kind of
mana.
bizarre is he doesn't have Rune of Blades, which is what you'd think would be in this deck with Spoiled Aristocrat, because then they're good early, good late.
That's perfect. Deals 3 damage, basically, it's basically Fireball.
Yeah, it is. Costs 1 more, but you get your 3-1 at the end of it. It's pretty good. Now, PQ does have the Charles, but I'm liking this start from Torek.
Yeah. That Aristocrat is getting in damage. But I think he's going to play Power Shot, right? And just clear these guys?
Probably, yeah. I mean, you need to kill that Scarab. You can't let Scarabs get out of hand. The idea of playing Charles isn't too bad, but I like the Power Shot here.
And also becomes a 5/5. So kind of deletes the drawback. Man.
Yeah, because I mean, like, he now gets to move on front as 3/3. Which is nice.
It's a nice comeback.
Pay 2 life. Get the 2 energy. He basically paid 2 life to deal with those 2 guys, so.
Seems fair to me.
Yep.
Who's gonna play Aranuel?
Now, something of note. This deck does not have Cataclysm in it. It's not a Cata deck. It is a creature-based deck. It's a mid-range deck.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you have Aristocrat, it's like, why would you... You probably have, like, more one-on-one removals. But then you'd think Rune of Blades would be in it.
I actually am a bit curious as to why he's not playing Rune of Blades. Because he's only got one skill shrine, the Ancient Ruins. Which, by the way, I love the idea of playing Ancient Ruins in a deck that has, like,
Well, yeah,
Scarabs and
Scarabs,
Aristocrat.
Aristocrat. There's plenty of targets.
That's
Oh,
good.
Blood Bowl Matriarch. That's interesting.
And when compared to the Sack Shrine is more passive and reactive, whereas this
Yeah.
allows you to be proactive, where you can draw.
Yeah, I actually think agree with that. And once it draws 2 cards, it's basically Ancient Wisdom. That doesn't require a deck slot in your deck. Ooh.
Yeah, because the first, I mean, when you play it, you're down a card, but by the time you've drawn 2 cards, it's pretty good. 2 mana for 2 cards, that's Ancient Wisdom. 3 mana, 3 cards, but like you can do it over time, and it's on a shrine. It's a big deal.
It's vampirism.
I am a bit concerned for Torek here if he can deal with Steel Sentience. There's the Aranul.
I was wondering if he was gonna do that, or if he's gonna just ramp and draw.
Aranul.
But this is why without Cataclysm, how is he gonna deal with a big board? I guess he's got Devourer, right? But
yeah, he does. Aranul is just gonna die here, though. It's gonna trade with the Runelet. And there's a Charles.
Yeah. So
oh, it's just going 4 levels.
It's a mono art. It's an artifact deck that runs like 2 artifacts. Because all the other stuff,
it's
like
more of an energy deck.
You don't need that stuff. You just need the sentience. That's it, and a couple of drones. The rest of it is trash.
It's pretty much an energy deck. It's like you play Steel Sentient, you play your drones, and then you play Renovation Facility, and that's enough. Mono Wisdom's interesting. There's actually, since the addition of Charles and the buffing of Word of Knowledge and Runelet, there's actually a lot you can do with the deck now. So a lot of versions are very different.
Was it time for a hero power? What could he possibly take? A Charles? Oh, he's got Bloodwell. What could that do? He could play Power Shot, but that just kind of cancels itself. Oh, he's gonna Horizons, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I like Horizons.
Oh, then he can play Karthus. Ooh, very nice.
That's some sick plays. There goes the Steel Sentient. And next turn, he can get his own Steel Sentient.
Indeed.
Because that costs 6.
I still PQ is still in a decent shape. He can draw so many cards with that Word of Knowledge.
Oh, it's gonna get better. Like, do you New Horizons here?
What?
I don't think so.
No, you just discarded, right? New Horizons.
That's so greedy. I would like, oh, that'd be so crazy though. But nah. I think you Power Shot here, or
I mean, you don't even have to. You can clear Karthus without any problems. I just play Word of Knowledge, toss the Horizons, and maybe play the Runelet.
I think he's gonna. This is the interesting thing. Torek has a deck that, for all intents and purposes, looks like a Cataclysm deck.
Right.
But there isn't one. Which means that PewQ is currently playing around Cataclysm.
Yeah, he might be, yeah. Although with only 1 card... I guess you don't want to overcommit. What's he doing?
I think he's trying to debate if he wants the Spirit or not.
Why wouldn't he send a drone? He just gets another Spirit.
Yeah, but I guess... I don't know. Maybe he wants the drone for Renovation Facility later.
He does play that, so he is playing at the Cataclysm, basically, by committing another creature. But
he
he does have the refill. The deck doesn't run lamps, does it?
Don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't...
Is there a spell
that's...
play?
I mean, he's got...
Oh wait, Power Shot is ancient. Can he use it as that?
No. Can you?
Because it was highlighted. So what was it highlighted? There's no 1-cost spell in the graveyard.
Maybe. I must admit, this has never come up.
But I mean, if you can play an ancient card out of their graveyard, hey, free mana basically.
That actually makes Bloodwell really good, if that's how that works. I'm genuinely curious now. I'm guessing that's not how that works.
But what is the highlight for then? There's the only other spell is Power Discharge, and that's 2 mana.
Huh, maybe you can do that. That's bizarre. Did he search for 1?
What was he looking for? A drone? Why the hell?
No, he didn't search for 2, he searched for 1. There is no card in the game that costs 1 on Despina.
Was it some kind of misclick?
I assume so? That has to be a misclick, because, well, the cheapest cards in the game cost 2 on Despina, so... Huh. Well, that just happened.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yep, the incarnate parallel combo is
it's
kind of
nice.
Hilarious.
2 mana, kill something, draw a card? Oh,
Yep.
Well, it has to be something that doesn't have energy though, right?
That is true, but most things don't. I think what's funny about it is it's not just kill something, it's kill something and avoid all its effects. Some good high-grade removal right there.
Well, Torek looks pretty wrecked. Sorry to have to say. Pika's
Yeah,
like, bro,
I think
why
not
are you
having
holding back that
Cataclysm...
Cataclysm?
I mean, I like having 1 or 2 Cataclysms, man. Come on, just 2. You don't need that many. I know you're playing a board control deck, but it's so good to have a board clear that just, like, flips the game when you play it.
Oh, Blood-Seeking Mutant, OP.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to concede ever, but yeah, I don't think there was any way out of that. He didn't have the tools in his deck to come back. Once he fell behind in the early game, it was just over.
And we only got 1 game left. Geronimo and I don't know.
This is an hour-long round.
It's been a long round.
No.
Oh god, is this 1-turn heal? At least it's near the end. Like, he's got 9 mana. What is Denoman playing? Are these Valor-Sworn Incarnates?
So he's playing a Care Bears deck, but like a really weird Care Bears deck.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's the advantage of these over Vanguards? But okay, they're spirits, which means Devour can be played off of them.
Also, you can play them on turn 2.
But they're 1/1s.
But I'm assuming he wants to be starting green. So, but then you can't instill them. So I'm assuming that this deck does not play instill. Because instill can't take back spirits, and there's a lot of spirits.
Yeah. I mean, he can just unicorn that Radiance, so like, no problem.
He can cleanse it.
But why cleanse? He's got a unicorn! Bro, just play a unicorn!
I think he wants to save up for Reverence here.
Well, he should probably play Exorcism. Let's just go after those spells.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The big man.
The Devourer here makes me think that he probably should have just played Unicorn, actually. Alright, so he's gonna Symbol. I'm assuming there's Nexus isn't being played this turn, which makes me annoyed because the sequencing is out of whack. Come on, play it first, damn it. Oh no, he's picking it up. Okay.
What?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. He's trying to save spirits in hand so that he can keep devouring every turn.
Oh, he wants to just blast him in the face.
Okay, the game plan makes sense now. That's why I didn't unicorn, because he doesn't want a unicorn until he has to. But then he could have... No, I still like unicorn there, because he used another spirit to do that nonsense.
It keeps a 2/2 on the board. Like, what's the problem with that?
Well, I mean, he would have... Oh, wait, no, it's not a spirit. Never mind. But... Wait. Yeah, I still don't get it. I think he should have unicorned there. Because now you can't unicorn that.
See, but you could have cleansed that.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
So that's gonna be
The
7.
igloo, it has begun. Surely he's gonna...
I would imagine he would reflector that.
Do you reflector or do you igloo?
Well, he's got another word of grace in hand.
Oh, so igloo.
What?
He is 1 mana off lethal there. Or healful.
Healful?
I don't know. He's so damn healthy, I can't kill him anymore.
Alright, it's time for hero power. Let's get some value, guys.
You know what would be really good right now?
A spirit?
Cleanse.
That too!
Okay, yeah, so...
Oh, I didn't even notice that. He's got broccoli in this deck. What a madman.
Is that a spirit as well as a plant? Oh, it is!
Oh wait, he just ate the reflector! Look at that! He just ate the reflector!
I actually really like this deck, because it's just Devour Worlds and a spirit for every situation.
You should play Exorcism here, probably.
Yes. Or not.
That's a lot of damage, though. I'll give him that.
That'll get him out of the slump he's in. I don't understand why he's not playing the Exorcism.
You know, the guy's got a lot of spells. It's like almost all spells.
It's pretty much the whole deck. Like, there's Eleanor, and that's about it.
It's got the Centaur Illusionist, too. Oh my god, so much bounce! Oh,
there's so many spirits in this.
But yeah, eating the reflector is pretty insane here. But that was still a waste of the cleanse, though. I still should have kept the cleanse.
He's got a spirit. He's got a spirit for every situation for these Devourers.
Well, right. So the broccoli is a 1-cost spirit. Valor Sworn is a 2-cost spirit, geez. And the Incarnate is a 3-cost spirit. That is recurring. How does he get the? Oh, he can shuffle back his Devourers with Innkeeper if he wants to, or Exorcism.
Yeah.
Never run out of Innkeepers and never run out of Devourers. There's gonna be a lot of Devourers played this game.
This is gonna be a long game. This game is why the timer exists.
Yeah. So there's a Ray. He's got 2 Rays actually.
Yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't. That one was from his hand.
Wall.
Oh, he drew a reflector. That's pretty good.
Well, there's an Innkeeper that basically makes the wall useless.
Yep. And it can be bounced.
It's just Geronimo was 1 mana off winning the game. Like 2 turns ago. Such a big dip. It's just...
Well, that is a dangerous Holy Radiance, given that he's seen a Unicorn. And another Devourer! All right.
It can't get rid of spells, though. However, he can Diogen to get the cleanse.
Oh, yep. Diogen into cleanse is disgusting, honestly.
It is ridiculous. It's like one of the things that makes these decks crazy. That's why you need cleanse in these decks, because cleanse Diogen that's the most value just ever.
Yeah, send those Devourers right back.
Yep, you send all the big drops back.
Oh, he's got life force too. I didn't notice that one.
Okay, I actually really like that. He shuffled the 2 Devourers in only because he wants to get to a point where he's only drawing Devourers.
Yeah, just 6/6 to the face every turn, baby.
Because he's also got a Reincarnation Spirit, so he's going to get to a point when he's only drawing Devourers and Reincarns.
Yeah.
The amount of value in this is just insane.
And that life bound. Is he gonna win on life first? That'd be hilarious, by the way.
What if he wins this game based on healing?
Yeah, that'd be such justice.
It could happen.
He's going up to 32. It looks like Geronimo's gonna die first, so he's taking massive amounts of damage.
I am genuinely impressed that he's designed a deck that can fight card for card with 1 turn heal on turn like 17. Like, that's extremely impressive. Because once you get to this point in the game, Eleanor recursion is almost impossible to deal with, but he's found a way.
Well, he's got cleanse recursion and
Yep,
devourers. That's pretty good combo.
And innkeepers.
Yeah, I mean, if you eat all of their reflectors, they can't do that much. Like, it's a lot harder to cycle. So Geronimo looks to be basically staring at an army of tanks. He's like Captain America, except there's no portals coming in after him.
Yeah, I don't know what he can do here. It was so close. He almost won the game, but he just couldn't quite get there. Geronimo has had the equivalent of getting someone down to 1 life and then losing.
Well, he's got a shrine.
Like, how does he get out of this?
He had to send back Reflector. That's painful. Word of Grace. Well, I mean, that's helpful, I guess. Some life. Into another reactor. That doesn't help, though. That wall is so useless.
Yep, it's been made drunk.
How do you drink a wall under the table? How does that work?
It's all the people on the wall.
That's a lot of booze. You have to. How much booze is this innkeeper bringing?
Because it's still there. It's just too slow to stop anyone.
Oh, and there's a 7-7. That's that seems fair.
Seems fair, huh? All right. So there's the Devourer coming in again. He's basically relying on these unstable reactors to just clear the board, but this is so much damage.
It's just straight up lethal, right? That's gotta be lethal.
He's super dead.
Yeah.
I am genuinely impressed that Dunno Man has managed that. Like, beating a one-turn heal deck at this point in the game is like extraordinary. It's a feat of deck engineering. Like, I've never seen a deck like this before. Like, I've seen these Bears decks before, but I've never seen this take on it. This like Spirit Recursion deck. Well, that's one to keep an eye on.
All right, so that was an electrifying round 1.
Yeah.
Alright, so
over an hour long, and genuinely, we had some really good games.
All 3 of my guys are still in the top 8. But sadly, 2 of them have to play each other. No!
Only 2 of mine are because Wild and Gander played each other.
Yeah, that kind of sucks when that happens. When, like, 2 of your guys just have to play each other and you lose a point.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's okay if it happens once, but if it happens twice, then you're screwed.
I think we've watched... Alright, who have we not watched? We haven't watched Rinri, we haven't watched Lyris, and we haven't watched Andreola.
Yeah, let me see
but
here.
Unfortunately, the 3 of them are all playing different people.
I mean, I think Rinri at Cruel should be the match to watch.
Yeah, because we only got a small glimpse of Cruel.
As he was mopping up the bridges.
Yeah, so let's watch that game.
Alrighty. Anybody drop? Oh, the bridges.
Just let Love Giant know so we don't cover the same games.
Mm-hmm. It was really good to watch One Turn Heal be righteously punished.
I mean, One Turn Heal I don't think has been good for quite a long time. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but like...
No one's complaining.
It hasn't been that great. It's been okay. You can make it work. It obviously has good matchups, because any deck has good matchups, but decks that are that specialized especially, but like... It's just not the best right now.
Whew. Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Who was your third guy? Lucy?
Gander, Lucy, and Wildblade.
Lucy. Okay. Alright, so 5 of our guys are still in the top. We'll see how many of them make it through the semi-final. Well,
if Wildblade wins
at
again...
least one of mine will, because 2 of them are playing each other.
If Wildblade wins again, he has solved this format.
Seems like it.
Because then he'll have played almost the same lineup 3 times. It's like, okay, all right, this is the best one.
Oh, he's got a long road to hoe though.
He's got a long way to go. Winning 2 in a row is already insanely impressive, so winning 3 in a row is pretty unlikely.
It will be a first.
Yeah, it would be a first. People being slow in picks. Come on.
Yes, pick fast. We don't have the patience to wait for you guys.
Pick.
Oh, I wanted to see someone play demons, but I can see why nobody would want to play demons. It's like, oh, they didn't draw a portal. All right then. I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, demons is pretty good though when you do. So I've been told.
Well, yeah. This depends on the variant, because there's like 3 variants of demons now. Like it's like the order version too that tries to like make an unkillable Amun. Like that's untargetable. That's like your opponent has like 0 speed creatures or 1 speed creatures, and like, oh, okay, I can just run portal forever because I don't take damage anymore.
Isn't that why Amun got changed to 1 speed?
That might be, yeah, so that you can always attack him.
And he can't be put on back row.
So
I remember he got changed to 1 speed specifically so they didn't have to nerf Nimir's Blessing.
Right.
Yeah, untargetable, like 2 speed Amon with 3 hands in play is just no.
Alright,
I'm gonna reset my camera because I think it's just turned off and refuses to turn back. There you go.
Okay, so this, I think Ridley is the same deck that Dobritsu was running, the aggro heal. It looks very similar. Cruel Tech is got Hermelion. Right. I'm guessing priests?
Probably, yeah. Rinri's lineup looks very similar to the last, I think it was Dobry? Maybe it's just coincidence, but yeah. We'll see. Cruel Tech's...
Symbol of growth, that's interesting.
He's playing... So this is effectively a priest mirror, but with a few differences.
Well,
one is playing corruption.
The corruption for the angel, the 2 servant guys, and the hero power mainly. It's the 6 extra life. Yeah. That's a lot.
It is a lot, but there's also that consistency problem. And Cruel Tech, because he's playing green, will have that extra power. Because he's playing that symbol of growth, which, I mean, there's not many artifacts to destroy right now, but if a temple shows up, that'll happen. And even if there isn't one, that's still quite a lot of extra damage coming in.
So you play
especially with Hermelion.
To kill off the 0/3?
Yeah, CFC is pretty good here. You really need to get board control. The thing is, like, Relic Guard is going to protect the Sunblessed Priest here, but Cruel Tech still gains 3 life. That is relevant. And you can't really block.
Also, getting that off the board is just helpful, so it doesn't stop future attacks.
Yeah, because Relic Guard, it's not an offensive 1-drop, but it does protect you from...
I think he's going for the... he's going to play the Spirit as well. The Incarnate.
Makes sense. I'm currently watching Rinriet's hand, so...
Yeah, me too.
Forgive me, people in the background for going, hey, you guys can see the hands. Why can you not predict this? Well, I am watching the wrong person.
Only I can see both hands.
Yeah, Fuzz can. I don't have the double account set up. Maybe I should at some point, but I don't currently.
So Cruel in pretty good shape, it looks like. So how does he... He's got Primal Battle, but that's not very useful right now. Angelic Emanation, not great either.
That hero power, I mean, they're both playing Millicent Citadel. It's one of those shrines which you often play 4 of as a skill shrine, which hurts later on in the game, by the way, when you keep drawing them. But it leads to some of the most explosive starts, so you really want one.
Well, yeah, you're hoping to just wrap the game up. So what's he got here? Just Diogen, I guess? Okay, is there anything good? Just get another shrine? Or even get a Trigon for a buff. I don't know. I mean, Diogen just seems like not only do you set up the Valor plays in the future, you just get a nice body on the board, get a card.
Because getting a Shrine with Diogen feels bad, but in reality, it's not. You're still getting a card effectively.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. God, remember 2-mana Diogen. Jesus.
Yes.
That was, like, beyond busted.
That was in the game for a long
It's a good thing, well, of course, that had to be changed, because that with Cleanse these days would be redonkulous. Like, oh, just gonna instill Diogen, get a Cleanse, you know, it's like a +4.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, it got changed when, for a long time, it was being used with creatures, and it was still too powerful, but it was like, oh, okay. What broke it was when we had that Masters where Polar Bears showed up for, like, a month. And then it was like, oh, yeah. Did you know you can get Flash Freeze back? It was like, yeah.
But just in general, like a card like that. I mean, he had. To be fair, he had only 2 health, but the fact that he could be instilled was just
that was the big
obscene. Yeah, like that's way
being able to
value.
instill him. It's crazy.
All right, so I'm almost thinking Innkeeper on the Angel here.
Innkeeper on Angel's not too bad because it gets rid of the flying, and then you can just kill it for free. Wait, how much life can he gain this turn?
You're thinking about hero power? Cavalry Field on the 4/4 on the 3/3 into a 4/4. He could get 8.
That's pretty good.
I don't think so. He's not under any pressure though, unless you're worried about some primal battle plays. But that's still kind of 1-for-1.
Yeah, I suppose. The thing is,
the most damage would be with Symbol of Growth, right? If he symbols it, that gets to be a 6/4, and then swing twice. That'll only gain 10 though.
12
at most. No, because the Divine Shield will protect some of it.
True. No, yeah, you're right. Then he'll only get the 4 damage.
Yeah, I still think he should probably just. Oh, wait, he can do that.
No, he's got the free sentry.
0. What if he symbols now? That's a 7. It's gonna do 5.
Minus 5 and 7.
He's gonna have to give up the Angel, basically. Like, he's gonna have to double block.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because the thing is, if he draws Word of Grace at any point in the future, he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that... I mean, those matches get super tempo-focused. But that was a very quick first game.
Yeah, so Cruel Tech, he's got the upper hand here. So Rinriet's sticking with the same deck. Cruel Tech, is that the... Oh, that's the Wisdom Dominion.
I think Cruel's gonna win this. This hand is ridiculous.
Double Horizons is pretty OP, no doubt about it.
It's like, you play this deck because of Double Horizons. These are the draws.
At the same time, he has to be wary of the life, because here Rinriet's win condition is very simple. Just beat him down as quickly as possible and get the life.
He needs to gain 14 life. If he gains 14 life, he wins the game. Because the hero power will finish it.
Yeah. And Cruel Tech doesn't seem to be able to get any pressure on right now.
He needs to kill that priest, but I don't think he can.
He could shock it. Not sure if that's worth it.
I think you have to New Horizons again here, and then just play an Eternal Servant. Oh, there you go.
That'll work.
Nah, Print has the play now. You need to kill this thing, and next turn, when the Print Hub pops out, he can Horizons to make it into a 3/4.
Oh, wow, another Horizons. Are you serious?
Okay, so Printha is pretty solid here, and then you Horizons next turn to get... I think you send back an Ancient Wisdom. But yeah, you can Horizons next turn, and then you've got Power Discharge or Eternal Servants. That's pretty good.
Eternal Servants is an interesting addition, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's a nice blocker. You get 3 2-speed bodies and some life.
Yeah.
And interesting the thing is, you can't stop the Life King, because this is when they leave the field, not when they go to the graveyard.
Yep. The only way to stop it is Stupefy, I suppose.
That seems really inefficient.
Yeah, that's massive overkill.
I'm guessing Angel Temple for Rinriet here. Get that going.
Printha is...
Is he going to play Angel Blessed instead?
Maybe. Print has a card that doesn't get talked about much anymore, but it's partly because the decks that play Printha aren't that big right now, and Mono Dominion can play Prinha, but doesn't often need Prinha. But like in these kinds of decks, like Wisdom Dominion, Prinha is insane. Prinha New Horizons is a very good combo. One of the best aggro stops in the game. But you can't rely on Prinha against the uber fast starts, you know, like the Rage Rush starts, because they'll probably just kill you. So Prinha's at its best against this kind of deck.
Let's see. Oh, Eternal Sermons makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then I mean, that's a fortress right there.
Yeah, he can, because even if he attacks with stuff from like Temple, he only gets 1 life off of the 1 Servant. But Cruel Tech does have to hurry up, though, because he has to start putting pressure on. Otherwise...
I think you send back an Ancient Wisdom. Because the Horizons you want to keep in hand, partly because you need an extra level anyway, and secondly because if you send it back, you'll just draw it later.
So Rinriet... Could set up a Holy Radiance.
If he does, he'll get cleansed, but he can't really play around it.
I mean, almost every other play just seems worse. Like, I mean, he doesn't have 2 priests, so he has Namir. He actually could get 2 priests in, but the Temple won't do much, because it'll just get blocked by Prinha. Unless he doesn't care, and he just wants to get enough damage in, heal in. So he needs a couple more, but if Prinha starts hitting face, it's going to be a problem.
And if there's a Vampirism drawn, well, that's an extra damage every round.
It's tough. I mean,
Rinri is in a hard position.
He's probably got to play the Godlet for level.
Okay.
So he's going to have to take 5 here. That stings.
If... I really like cleansing the temple here.
I actually thought about that too, but I'm not sure if it's even necessary. But it's not a bad idea, because it stops the damage potential.
You definitely wait until Rinri's turn, but I quite like that, because you get in for 5, then Rinri plays a priest, uses quite a lot of their turn, and then you just cleanse the temple anyway. And then you got Cataclysm if you really need it.
I think it's unlikely he'd need it with a board like this.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Keep one just in case.
I think you just hold up Cleanse. From Grotech's perspective here, he doesn't have anything to fear with the current board, so might as well just respond at instant speed.
Instill is pretty nice.
Unfortunately, there's only 1/2 drop in the yard right now.
Well, I mean, he probably would play his Namir first.
Yeah. Now, Namir gains 2 life. Does it gain 3? How does that work?
Well, it's based on the number of priests, right?
It's an angel creature, yeah. So it gains 2 life. He gets the temple active, gains another 3 life. Up to 26. It's okay. I mean, it's going to get cleansed, but he doesn't know that. It's been pretty telegraphed, but again, I don't know if you can play around that.
Does he also play his own Holy Radiance for just 1 damage, just to clear the little guys?
It might be worth a shout,
they
yeah.
seem annoying.
Well, you've got 4 mana, so you might as well. I think you just Radiance, clean most of the board.
And Namir?
Yeah. That Prinha is causing so many problems.
Yes, unfortunately. Oh no,
Emanation.
Go for the full value Emanation.
Which is... Oh, what do you cleanse?
I think it's still the Temple.
I think you cleanse the Eman...
Because you don't, you're gonna want to cleanse. Oh, you drew another cleanse.
Actually, the Temple gains more life. Yeah, fair.
He could play the Silencer too if you want to be a real troll. Oh no, he's gonna Horizons and then... Oh,
yeah, it doesn't have Silencer.
Never mind. Oh, is that what I thought it was? I guess maybe I saw the Jinn and I thought it was a Silencer.
Nah, yeah, there's no Silencer. He didn't have one. If he did, that's game over, but he doesn't. You can Jinn here.
Maybe Hero Power off the Spirit?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You can Hero Power the Spirit.
And you could do another 5 damage. That's something. Or that.
Oh yeah, just actual Darius hero power. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I was thinking about that so much. It's like you could cathedral. Nah. What's the point? Just use the hero power.
Yeah, I mean, Rinriad has had a rough time. Triple Horizons is.
Oh yeah, this was a strong start. Thing is, the opening hand was really good, but that Prinha with that opener, like New Horizons, Prinha, New Horizons, that's a strong start. And he didn't have access to anything that big in power. This is the thing. Outside of Angelic Temple, these decks don't have a big power punch. It's more about unblockable damage in the case of the Lifebound win condition. They don't have, like, a Harsford or... I mean, they got Namir, I guess, but that comes pretty late.
I would think Instill is the main power card.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Namir chaining. It's pretty much how they're supposed to win these games.
You should probably buff up Namir to 4/4 with the Sentry. Oh wait, no, he has to... Wait, what's the... Oh, I'm hovering over the card, that's why. It's like, why is it being highlighted? Never mind. No, he doesn't play the Sentry on his Namir.
He's holding up Namir, but he can't... Like... Printhead can still kill it for free.
I don't think he minds, because he's got Instill. Anyways.
That's true.
And that means she can't block.
If Namir gets cleansed, though... Oh, no. He can't instill it anymore. That's harsh. Just maintaining board.
He's like an anaconda, just slowly strangling him.
He's basically tickling him to death, but it is very effective.
Yeah. He can do something now with the Instill, though. Yeah, send back the Temple Guard. It's completely garbage. Well, he's got... Oh, no, that guy's in the...
He got cleansed. He doesn't have access to much. Sunblessed Priest and Sentry? I think he's realized.
Maybe Word of Grace then, just draw something.
Yeah.
Primal Battle. That's interesting. Is that good enough to kill Prenha?
No.
No, he's 1 mana off. He probably should Godlet, Hero Power, and then Gauntlet again.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad call. What do you turn into, though?
Basic Darius for draw. Hermelian's a bit too optimistic, I think. Or maybe basic Neva for Swift.
Advanced Darius. The problem with the advanced ones is you need 3 corruption to use them. So we can't really use any of the advanced heroes. So he's gonna have to stick to the basic ones. Basic Despina is an interesting idea.
With the Deadly?
Yeah.
Well, what's that gonna do for him, though? For Primal Battle?
Well, the problem is he can't kill the Prinha.
Oh, Karthus draw. Oh, that's disgusting.
I mean, yeah, the Karthus is... I don't understand how you get out of this. The thing is, the Holy Radiance is going to deal some damage here. That's true. But... never mind.
He drew another cleanse. Oh my god. I don't think you even bother cleansing that, though, to be honest. Like, just let it go off. Who cares? Just Karthus the 3/3. Just
Karthus the 3/3. It is worth noting, by the way, Cruel is not as high on life as you'd think. So he does need to gain a bit of life here. Because if he left that open, say if there's like a buff, then what is that? 8 damage with Hermelian and then 10 with Godlets? That's pretty close to lethal right there. So you do have to be a bit mindful of it.
Okay,
but as is, there's a Cataclysm, so if Rinri goes all in, clears this board, gets a board established, and then bang.
Oh, I know. Become Burke and kill them both. Whoa!
Yeah, that would work.
Nah, just become Advanced Darius in that case. Like, it's the same thing as if you don't take damage. Oh, right. Never mind.
Yep, the Amon in this type of deck is a lot weaker because most of the things you want to turn into are the advanced versions, with the exception of Basic Darius and Hermelion. Come on, do it! Do the work. Can I say, by the way,
turn into Yidix. OP.
The amount of mislethals I've seen because people forget that Amon can turn into basic Zash is crazy. Like, that's something that comes up occasionally, and people just forget. Because it's such a simple hero. You did it!
He went Berk!
Yes! The value! He went Berk. I mean, is it even possible for him to win the game anymore?
Yikes. So, no.
Yeah. I mean, Cruel is so far ahead right now. It may not look like it on board, apart from the silencer, obviously, but he's so far ahead.
Well, he has twice as many cards, is the problem.
Yeah.
And Rinriet's cards just aren't very good.
At this point in the game, their quality is low. The whole point of these decks is either tempo or combos with various cards, and you need board presence for that. Whereas Cruel, by this point, is just playing powerful cards. And all of the cards he has that kind of suck right now probably draw more cards. So, yeah. Like, what's the worst card he can draw right now? Like, his 4th New Horizons. Is that it?
He probably doesn't even need to draw any more cards, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, yeah, probably not. He's got a Lamp.
Lamp and Jin and Cleanse and 2 power discharges.
And a Cataclysm, just in case.
You know, in case...
I don't know what the rainy day that he's preparing for is with this Cataclysm, but
yeah,
it's not going to happen.
He's in the desert right now. I don't. He doesn't need an umbrella, dude. Actually, it's not true. It does rain in the desert sometimes.
That is true. It does occasionally.
And the effect it has is pretty amazing.
Because doesn't the ground just doesn't absorb any of it, so it turns into like floods, doesn't it?
No, it just turns into a grassland. Some of
them
do. Yeah, but it's very rare because, like, well, obviously it's a desert. But for the most part, yeah, it's just dry. But some of these rains can have incredible effects on these places.
Huh. Well, the more you know. I mean, yeah, because deserts... I mean, deserts are all shapes and sizes as well. You think of a desert and it's like, oh, look, it's sand. But the only thing that you need to be a desert is like a certain level of rainfall.
Actually, I don't know the definition. Why are we talking about deserts?
Good question.
It's my fault. So,
why are we talking about deserts? Because Cruel Tech does not need a safety umbrella right now.
There you go. Rinriet's really thinking this through. I think he could just safely concede. It just seems like you'd be punishing yourself to play on.
Yeah, I mean... It sucks to concede when... Because it's like, I'm not dead, but you really are. You don't feel dead.
Well, it's like, you're not checkmated, but you're down 5 pieces. It's like...
It's like, it looks dead, it smells dead.
Is this turn just gonna time out?
Is he DC? Possible. It's possible he disconnected, which does happen. I mean, it's... Okay, actually, if he has disconnected, this is probably the single best time to disconnect.
Yeah, when you're already dead.
Yeah, because it hasn't affected the game at all. Cruel Tech is probably sitting here going, oh, come on. Let me kill you already. But yeah, it looks like he just DC'd, which, yeah, that happens. But in this case, it doesn't really matter too much.
Oh, picked up another Cataclysm.
Just in case.
What's better than 1 umbrella? 2 umbrellas.
At the same time. Lampy, lampy, lamp. You know, it's quite nice to see Lamp again. I never thought I'd say that, but it's quite nice to see Lamp again. Like, with all the cloning vats running around and things like that. We're back to our quintessential win condition. Which, funny thing, by the way, Lamp as a win condition kind of works with all the cleanses, because cleanse cannot kill the Lamp.
True.
It can only delay it.
Yeah, you're eventually going to draw back into it, especially if you deal a lot.
And if they're playing Innkeeper, they're going to keep cleansing because they're going to Deogen, cleanse, Innkeeper the Deogens, and you get in an infinite loop of lamps. However, every time you play a lamp, it deals 4 damage, so you will eventually kill them. There you go. Yeah, it's easy. But yes, the world's slowest lamp kill takes 55 turns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess we can just stop watching this game. That's not much.
Yeah, this game's over. Now... Love Giant is currently watching Lucy and Pew apparently.
Very good. So that leaves
So
us
I'll
only
go...
Dunoman and Andriola.
Oh?
Right?
Lyris has won his game against Wildblade. Yeah, I don't know, man, Andriola.
Yeah, and I don't know, man's deck was really fun, so I want to see more of it.
Oh, it got banned.
Oh, dude, weak.
What's the Yitix deck?
What even? I mean, shamans maybe? Well, no, I don't know. Probably it could be shamans.
Could be shamans.
Oh, we got Wisdom Rage, the classic.
It's Mono Dominion.
The Yitix?
Yes. It's a very interesting Mono Dominion deck. With Thunderstorm Titans and Chalices and a Fateful Day. And a single Enslave?
That works.
All 3 shrines, which is that's the actual bonus to running Yitix, is you get to play all 3.
Yeah, and draw cards off of them, though you have to pay a mana.
You do, but being able to play all 3 Dominion shrines feels pretty good.
Yeah, they're solid.
They are very solid. But yeah, 1 Devourer, 1 Slave, 1 Fateful Day, only 2 Katas. 1 Marked by the Gods, lots of 1-ofs. I mean, 1 Enslave is kind of funny because it's less 1 Enslave and more Helm number 5.
Yeah, kind of.
Helm is better, but Enslave is... It's not that much worse. It is worse, but it's not that much worse. There's a lot of 2-level cards you want to be stealing.
So what?
And they also never die, which is handy.
Maybe play a Renovation Sentient and just make a bunch of spirits.
Maybe, yeah.
But then
the problem is
of hero power.
Hero power. Ray is pretty good here. Ray Renovation.
Seems flare.
Seems flare, right? Yeah.
Bam. Bye-bye.
There's a drone in the yard, but the problem is that it threatens your Charles too much, that Elder. Go Renovation.
Yeah, Charlie needs his space. Leave him alone.
Yep, Charlie needs some space. I wonder what that was. It's probably a...
Oh, Tortulan raiding party. Oh, that's cool.
Yep,
The
that's the
quintessential mid-range creature.
Yeah, it's very good. There's a couple versions of Wisdom Rage you can play. Some of them play the Essence. So the idea is you play the raiding party, you play Elder and Phoenix, and then Essences to always get them back. The other really disgusting thing you can do, and that's the version I like, is the Turbo Dragons deck, where you just play 4 dragons with the hero power, drop them into play with an Essence, and it's like, well, it's turn 4, there's a dragon in play, you've got to kill it 3 times, good luck.
Well,
but...
sadly, Cleanse reigns on your parade. a lot of the
Yes,
time.
that's the issue with that deck. In Conquest, it's actually better because cleanses are less abundant. But yeah, if they don't have cleanse, it's very hard to kill the dragon. Because if they kill it, an essence takes its place.
Okay, what's the no man gonna do? Hero
Well,
power?
power discharge, really good. Because keep in mind, he can kill the raiding party by sacrificing one drone because he can assign damage where the drone goes first and then 3 damage goes on Charles. So you can shock the Phoenix and then just, what, play Ascension? What's he gonna do? Hero power?
Maybe put a wall up.
Wall's pretty good. You need to kill that a raiding party, but
He can do that. He's got enough damage.
yeah, he can. Wall and then renovation's pretty good.
Make some spirits.
I am intrigued. Oh,
Oh right, he can. I forgot he can do that.
I forget he has that ability.
Well, what's it gonna
Yeah.
do? Go face? Oh no, he's just gonna use it to kill the raiding party. I'm guessing.
No, I think you use the Charles for that, and the Golem.
But doesn't that waste some damage?
It wastes 1 damage, but it basically forces the hero power, and I think that's what he's trying to do. It forces Andriola to use a fireball and a hero power to clear this board. And then he has a drone in the yard. Actually... Oh no, I get what he's doing here. He can sacrifice the drones to buff up that golem to make it into an airship. So he's trying to force some removal out of Andriola here. But there's going to be an airship in play, so he needs like a Dragonfire, but that doesn't deal with Charles. At least that's what I think he's going for. Nope.
Well, he's gonna have to hero power for sure.
Yeah, he has the option to now. And if he has a removal spell, which in 7 cards, I'll be amazed
Yeah,
if he
he's
doesn't.
got a fireball. He could just use that and then hero power, so there's no extra spirit.
Yeah, that'll clear the board, but then he only has... His Phoenix gets damaged, but that's fine. And then, I don't know, can always drone back his Steel Sentient and just replay it with a wall. 7 mana? Yeah, 7 mana. Cruel Tech has just chimed in saying the aim on Bert gave him a laugh. I mean, when does that happen? Like, come on.
What's he thinking about here? Is there anything better than fireball hero power? I can't imagine there being anything better than basically
Pretty good.
clearing the whole board. That seems pretty good, yeah.
It does seem pretty good.
I guess he'll use the symbol instead.
Yeah, because I guess he wants to save as many ways of killing Steel Sentient as possible. So you want Fireball for the next one. Oh, that could kill the Phoenix.
That works. Oh, there's another card that could kill the Phoenix.
Frost
But
Elemental Power Discharge is not too bad here. The problem is you don't get to play your Sentient this turn.
I don't think there's much of a rush for that, though.
I mean, there isn't. I think he's probably a bit worried about Andriola being able to gain board back. Because right now, they're in this pattern of Denoman plays a card, Andriola removes it, and repeat. Whereas I think what he's worried about is Andriola having a turn where he just gets to go, alright, it's my turn, and just flip the dynamic, because that'll cause some issues. 4 levels, that leads me to believe there's dragons in this deck.
I'm sure there are. Rawr. Never mind.
Rawr, rawr.
I still like the. Oh, so you can kill everybody. Ray that dude, and then Frost the discharge the bird.
Yeah, and that's honestly pretty efficient. And then he just plays the drone because the drone,
Oh,
if it
parallel.
died,
Yeah, if it dies, it just draws him a card.
yeah, he gets his sentient back. So you might as well. Parallel Evo is a very good way of dealing with phoenixes. Doesn't play it.
Might be holding it just for that.
Yeah, but Steel Sentient makes a drone anyway.
Andriola's hand is kind of garbage. He's got 2 marked by the gods. He probably should just use one for mana. Like, he's... What things with emblems is he even gonna run into?
Steel Sentient? It could possibly... It never does, but,
It never does. Oh, what is that?
Isn't that a Cold Heart Paladin?
What is this madman doing? Sent it right back. It's like, nope.
Is it for burn? Oh no, he Divine Offeringed it while I was looking at it. It's stuck on the screen.
Hey, good news. Nobody's playing distribute cards. On you know, it hasn't crashed my.
Yes, that's
my
true. No
spectate.
one's played a distribute card.
Guys, for Masters, nobody is allowed to play distribute cards.
So if you've missed the memo, distribute cards for spectators crash the game. Only for spectators.
And only for one side.
Yeah, it's the distribute cards are so powerful that they snipe the people watching as well.
Okay, so they're both passing turns because they both have reaction. Oh, there is the big boy, the big rad boy. So he just wins, right? Because Andriel just plays a dragon, deals 10 damage, then plays a second dragon, deals 10 more damage. Easy peasy. Or not? Why wouldn't you just play dragon? Is he afraid of parallel? Maybe.
I think he's afraid of getting one shot by parallel. But it wouldn't kill him.
No. Or maybe he just wants a second dragon first before he does that. Like, okay, once I have 2 dragons.
Yeah, he's probably thinking, okay, I can set up this win, but I do like dealing 10 there. It's pretty good.
Because the Nomad can't heal. Oh, okay, he can heal with the Paladin thing, but that's never gonna happen.
It also nukes him for 3 when he plays it anyway.
Oh, it's a drone with a shield! It's a new model.
There's your marked for the gods target. There really aren't that many targets, if any. Why is he being so reserved? Like, you have to force answers out of Andriola. You can't just play this... Like, yeah, there's infinite steel sentients, but dragons are a thing.
Yeah, dragons are more like a clock, because once he draws 2 dragons, it's over.
Well, if he draws 2 dragons right now, he just wins the game. Or if he gets to 16 mana, which, is that even possible? I don't think so. But, like...
he might not be able to anymore. Well, no, he's got ancient cards, right? He can use them.
That's true. Andriola, I mean, I don't know, man, is out of shrines. He's got 1 Valley left in his deck, which he should Divine Offering for just to draw. But that's it. Oh, and that he used another parallel.
Those shielded drones, man, they're overpowered. He should just trade his own drone in, right, and get a sentient?
Yeah, he's... Well, why not play the Charles? He's being very reserved. The thing is, he's playing around hero power, but it's not like he just loses the ability to use it if you play around it. It still exists. Like, it does have a cooldown. Like, you kind of need to force him to use it at some point. But, he has to play Steel Sentient here. You have to play something to pressure.
Word of Fire. You can kill the wall with it.
Andriola's just going to win this game very slowly by the of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no answer to 2 dragons.
Well, I don't even know if he needs the second one at this rate.
He might not.
Because, I mean, if these drones get in for a few turns...
Oh, he just drew a fireball, so... Yeah, well, he's very close to just burning him down with
Like,
one dragon.
this is the problem, because
Or if he
if
just
you
gets
don't
one more
force...
mana, right? Like, he has one marked
Yeah.
by the gods, so if he just gets any other mana, like, he might not be able to. He seems to be... Oh, no,
Well,
he's
the
got
Valley
Valley!
will-
He's got Valley.
Yeah. He's got Valley and Mark, so he can do it. The thing is, Donoman has been playing around the hero power for the last 5 turns or something. The problem is, WR is not a control deck. It's a mid-range deck. So if you don't force them on the defensive, they'll just start playing stuff.
Oh, yeah, and they got good creatures. And that it ends in a dragon.
Yeah, they do have very powerful creatures. That's the reason the deck is played. Like, Advanced Zash is very nice. But there are other Advanced Zash decks. The reason why this is such a quintessential one is because you get to play these big creatures along with your Advanced Zash. The creatures are so large that the hero power rarely kills them. But yeah, he's gonna get on board now.
Better late than never.
This Cold Heart Paladin is interesting. What? Oh, it's for Embody. Oh, I get where he's going with this. So the idea is you play it with Embody, kill something, and then you burn them for 4. But is that worth it? You have to lose 4 life to do it. I kind of, you know what? I like that idea in a Corruption Order deck. Because Charles can be played in Mono Corruption as well. If you play that in Corruption Order, that's actually pretty nice. Oh, there you go. It counts Embody. That's disgusting.
Oh, counts him as destroying the creature?
That's actually insane. That's how that works? Really? You know what? Kudos to, I don't know, man. That is a mechanic that no one else has really thought
It
about.
doesn't feel like it should work, though.
It feels like he found that out by accident.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a really insane combo. Because then the reason he's playing it with the good aspects is because he's leveraging the effect. That's 8 damage burn. Does he have a second one of those?
Well, it's not just burn, he gains the life, too. Like, he just gained 8 life.
Yeah, and you only lose 3 life for playing it. So he basically gained 5 life?
Yeah.
5 life, deal 8?
Okay, so
Not bad.
let's see. So
Yeah, he was on
he can
17.
get the 16 mana. That's a 15 damage burn.
So...
Which he should do. He should definitely get the 16 mana. 15 damage as a finisher is pretty nice.
he has to kill the Paladin, because the Paladin will kill him.
I'm guessing he should Firebolt Charles and then Fire Blast the Paladin. Something like that.
I think he's debating
He's got
Fire
Fateful
Blast
Day
Hero
as
Power.
well. So if he plays Fateful Day, he heals for 4.
Wait, he's got a Fateful Day?
Yeah, he's got it in hand.
Just Hero Power and then play it?
Yeah.
Like, he goes to 10, Donoman goes to 10, next turn you win the game. Like, that's a classic combo right there, Fateful Day Dragon. That takes you back.
Wait,
It is the most frozen drone. That has to be game, right? That Paladin combo was very cool, though. I like that. I didn't realize the body worked that way. It feels like it shouldn't, but it does.
Definitely shouldn't. He's not destroying the creature. The creature's being sacrificed.
Yeah.
As a cost,
Are there any other cards in
essentially.
the game that work that way? Wait.
Well, I'm guessing if you did it with Karthus, you would gain 2 life, because if Karthus destroys a creature, he gets 2 life.
What about the dragon? Archibald.
Is it effect of destroying something? No, his ability is that when he attacks something, he can destroy it instantly.
It's tied to the gaining energy thing is tied to his 2 mana activation, not when he destroys a creature. Yeah, okay, fair. Is that the only one? there has to be something else, right?
Well, there's that other guy, the 5/5 that requires double sack. When he destroys something, you'd like draw a card or something.
That's actually quite nice.
And I think also Crip, but Crip can't be embodied because
Yeah,
he's
Crip can't be embodied.
Not a creature.
The 5/5, that's not a bad combo because then you can play him for full price at 3 mana, 3 levels. Draw a card. I mean, that's basically. I mean, that's basically Battle Scarred Elder, but better. Ah, I have to look into that. But yeah, so dragons rain fire from the skies.
Okay, so let's see. Only one of my guy made it in. Only Cruel.
Round
lost,
3.
And Rinriet lost to Cruel Tech.
I'm gonna dab out for a minute, so I may miss the beginning of next round.
Oh no! You got Lucy still, right?
Yeah.
And they're not playing each other. That's interesting. So maybe they'll meet in the finale. Ooh.
Oh, Lucy and that'd be good. Yeah.
All right. So we'll just politely wait. Actually, I have to step away too. I shall be back shortly. Hold the memes. Okay, hello everybody. Oh, we're playing. Let's see. I don't know what Love Giant is doing, but I'm picking Lucy and Lyris. I'm really hoping Lyris isn't playing one turn heal. Because if he is, we're gonna nope out of that. One turn heal is not much fun. Yeah, I guess we'll give it. We've already seen Cruel Tech last game. Although at this point we've almost seen everyone, so there's gonna be some repeats. And we do want to focus on the top rounds. So I'll wait for Lucy and Lyris. Any more drops? Nope. PQ. So the best I can do is 4, 3, and 2, which is 9. Assuming all my guys keep winning their rounds. 9 is pretty good. Well, I mean, it's guaranteed second place at worst. And that's only if somebody gets 10. Which is, you have to get a little lucky because your guys have to all not play each other more than once. Once is fine because, like, the best score you can have is 4, 3, and 3. So if one of your 3's lost to the 4, that's perfectly fine. But if it's more than once, now you're actually losing out. Oh, here we go. Lucy. And Lyris. Wow, triple goblin. That seems balanced. That's actually a very nice answer because it deals with 2 goblins while giving him 2 life. And he's got another one. So Lucy... Huh. Bar Convoy. That's interesting. But their lineup is almost identical, except for Enoch versus Yiddix. So thank you, Lyris, for not playing 1-turn heal. But Burke's gonna come in here. He actually went level with the Valley just to be able to do that. It makes sense. He has to deliver 6 damage. Lucy has to play the other Eternal Servants here. And hope that doesn't get answered. Play one from your graveyard. Yep. So Lyris, you would have to go level to play the chicken. He's gonna have to play level anyways, I think, because he can't do anything otherwise. So now Lucy gets in there, gets rid of 4 damage, and heals for 2. That's a very nice life swing for him. So Lyris is really crippled by having to do that. He basically almost skips a turn. So that gives Lucy a chance to recover. Can he afford to play Scarab? I think he does, because that sets him up for a nice Assassins. Probably to pick up a bigger creature coming up later. What is this? Is this some 3-color nonsense?
What?
This Yiddix deck Lucy is running has purple, order, and nature. That's very interesting. Lyris had 3 Goblin Warriors to start, but he had to go level with Valley. That's painful. Because then he had to go up a level again to get his blue online. But it looks like he's starting to come back. But Lucy can use the Assassin's Guild here to clean up. Probably bomb Timea on the head with that guy.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Assassin's Guild for that, so you might as well.
And then next turn Cathedral to pick off the Goblin? That seems fair. Still,
gonna get
that nature.
burked.
That nature.
What's the nature for?
I
mean, okay, I can
he's got Diogen and Centaur Illusionist. That's...
you can get back Eternal Servants. Getting back Eternal Servants pretty good, but like... I don't know. What kind of other bounce are you going for here, though? Apart from Diogen. Huh. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. What we got?
Lyris draws a chicken. That's pretty nice. He's got to wrap up this game quickly. He shocked it. Interesting. He shocked it instead of just burking it?
I guess he's trying to think ahead a bit, where he's like, well, I can burk 2 creatures, but I can only shock 1.
That could work. Cloning Vats? What is this madness?
This deck is all over the place. So, if he goes nature level, he can get the
Servants, right?
double servants, or he can cathedral and play assassin, but then they just get burked.
Yeah, I think going nature here is probably better.
Probably better.
Because then with the Eternal Servants, you've got a lot of bodies on the board. You can block a few things.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, he went for even the card draw. Wow, that seems a bit greedy. Does he play Vats here? He might actually play Vats instead of Assassin, because then he can play Summon a Spirit and then Devour, clean up all the 1-drop garbage.
Yeah, he might just do that, because then he can do it next turn. And the thing is, if he's going to burk, he's going to burk. There's nothing you can do about it. So, you can't really play around it right now. So you might as well just try and prep.
The Assassin gets to trade with something.
Yeah, so he's probably going to burk. He's got to finish out this game quick, though. He does have the tools. The question is, can Lucy survive as long as he needs to?
I think Burke and Chicken puts Lucy at 4. That's seems pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a good spot to be in. Devourer
3.
will. I mean, actually, yeah, 3's even better because Fireball. Devourer mostly clears the board. However, it leaves him dead to Chicken and Fireball.
But yeah, but there's no way to not be dead to these things currently, unless you summon a Spirit and sack it. That's 3 mana, gain 1 life. That's.
Yeah,
that
it's not
slow.
great. 2 mana again, but then he can't do. Oh, no Burke. Interesting.
That's weird because the assassin can just trade with that guy, so Burking just seems like it would have been better.
Yeah. Huh.
So Lucy does clean up the board, and he's got Drayla to look at his hand later.
Problem is, can't play it. I think Lyris is gonna win this game. I think he's got enough time to find this way of ending the game. He's got 2 turns.
Protector. That's interesting. How does he have room for all these creatures, though? I guess he has the raiding party in there too. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Get a nice 4/3 body in there.
Yeah, it's a fair question. What's he cop? Okay, so at this point, he doesn't have Cathedral up. I think you actually need to start sacking spirits because you can't be dead. Well, actually, you're dead to Fireball regardless right now because of Fia. Yeah, yeah, he doesn't pick a card there. Makes sense. I mean, you can still go up a mana and play the assassin with the hero power, but it doesn't do much. It does leave some extra blockers. That's worth noting.
Well, yeah, it just gets the. Well, once he because if Lucy doesn't lose this turn, the hero power is gonna put him at 5, and that's gonna put him out of range.
He can go up to 4 health this turn, but there's no point because he's still dead to Fireball due to Fia.
Right.
So there's no reason for him to spend the extra mana on that.
And he knows Lyris doesn't have a burn in hand. So he has to be top-decked.
Yeah, it is pretty likely he'll top deck it though. Keep in mind, he doesn't need Fireball, he needs Symbol or Fireball.
Well, Fia can't currently die because she's got a shield.
That's true.
And then the Cathedral will actually give the life. I assume it'll trigger first because the effect is Weakness Emblem and gain the life.
Yes, the Cathedral will trigger before the Fia kills him. So, now what?
I'd still think Assassin, probably.
The question is, do you Hero Power Assassin or do you VATS Assassin?
Well, I mean, it seems like it's the same thing, except because it's going to be 3 against 1 instead of 4 against 2. Like,
yeah, I mean, the Burke Hero Power messes up the math a bit, so I think you do want a Hero Power there.
Okay, Shrine into another Shrine. Okay, there's hope. Lucy must be feeling a bit frustrated. I mean, Lyris must be feeling frustrated. Like, oh, come on. He's at 3!
I mean, Lucy's probably on the stressful side right now. It's like, come on, don't do it. Don't draw it. I just need one more turn. Don't top deck it. Thing is, the disadvantage of playing the Burke deck over pure Rage Rush is that chickens, you can play them early, they get an extra damage, but nothing beats a top deck Flame Serpent.
Well, yeah, because it's 5 and unstoppable.
Yeah, Flame Serpent in the late game when you're trying to finish someone off is a lot nicer.
I'm surprised you didn't go for... Oh, you can't go for a kill because of the different block. Never mind.
Yeah, so there's no point to take the extra damage, I guess.
That hero power. Yikes. That's painful. I think now he starts stacking spirits almost. Like,
yeah, now you start sacking spirits and just attacking.
No, I don't think he wants to attack because of
Oh
Defender's
yeah,
chickens.
because you want to play around chicken. I guess
Oh, Servant is also really good.
servants. Yeah, servants is pretty good here because it's like, well, okay, what are you dead to? Double burn draw. Okay. Can't really play around double fireball off the top, but like it could happen. Definitely could happen.
Power Discharge. Well, that could give him another chance to draw it. Another Power Discharge. That could give him another chance to draw it. But he has to... He can't kill the 1/1s because they'd give him life. So he has to, I think, clear the 4/4? That's not burn. I guess he's just buying time. And that's also not burn. That is a lot of not burn. And another draw. And finally a burn. He moved it to the back. Alright, so
I think he's just trying to stop Eternal Servants trading into it.
You know, he could actually bounce an Eternal Servant, gain a life, replay it, put another Eternal Servant into play, sack a Spirit, get up to 7. And then once he's at 7...
He's got lethal. He can bounce the Devourer and then that.
Well, I mean, he's got Devourer in hand, so why even bother with a bounce?
What? Immense amounts of miss lethal this turn. Come on! So much miss lethal. Oh, he's just showing off. This is really sick, by the way, being able to bounce servants and replay them. But,
Yeah.
like, you could have just killed him. We're gonna get all 4 in play.
Yeah, but now that he's at 7, there's almost no way. And no, actually, no, he's got 1 burn. If he draws burn into burn, he can
You know,
get
I
punished.
get the impression that this is the reason this deck exists. Bouncing servants, replaying them. Because each Deogen turns into 4 servants.
Yeah, if you combine it with a hero power.
Yeah.
That almost felt like BM, to be honest.
It did, yeah. It's like he was immensely dead by that point.
Cruel is up on Andriola, so he's looking good to enter the finale. Lucy, is that Shamans? Eternal Servitude.
Interesting. Huh.
Up against... Oh, that's the Enoch on a pony.
Enoch on a pony.
Ponok.
Eternal Servitude, I'm curious. Because it has to have died this turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's exactly is going to be dying.
I think the idea is being able to steal your opponent's stuff.
But why?
Like,
You're shamans! You have better things
do
to
you
do.
need to steal stuff? Thing is, there's enough cards in Spellweaver that have, like... They're not terrible, they're just kind of weird, and Servitude is one of them. So, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Because, I mean, like, in the case of Centaur Illusionist, for instance, like, that's a card that's not played too much, but has some synergies that are really strong. But Eternal Servitude, I'm a little doubtful of.
I think Illusionist probably could see more play. I mean, just bouncing certain things is really good. Bouncing back Diogens even. Just extra value.
Yeah.
More bounce.
It's
a
very
3/3.
good with the Mesmerizing Spirits.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's the quintessential target.
Nothing like some excessive discard. I mean, almost feel bad for Totem of Legends, like, but at the same time, I don't know. It's because Rocky Tribe Mystic exists. That's why.
Yeah. Rocky.
Lyris has got a bit of a slow start. Usually she's supposed to have like 3 creatures on the board by now.
Yeah, this is not looking particularly good. Hey, look, it's a death cursed.
Yeah, you're right.
This looks like a. Oh, he missed the shrine.
Yeah, you can't play Totem of Legends.
That's. To be honest, I think that keeps Lyris in this game, because if he got a free Totem of Legends there, it's like, well,
Wait, why is he putting it back? Why not just trade?
well, his logic on this is that Lyris is playing more creatures than me,
Oh, you want double
so
value from it or something?
yeah, he wants to mess up the math more. Also, he's got Primal Battle, so he can kill it whenever he likes.
It's a bit expensive though.
It is, but it's not too bad.
So I'm guessing.
I mean, to be
Lyris
honest,
is gonna play Mez. Oh, he have to use.
I
The
kind
shrine,
of
but...
prefer just trading and then playing the other one. Discarding the shrine. Oh, there's the servitude again. Thing is, this board state is perfect for Death Curse Shamans. Just play a second one, and that pretty much deals with the board. You can also Primal Battle Servitude.
I was actually
getting
thinking
the
about
Mez.
that. It's
like, no joke, that's pretty good. Like, Primal Battle, kill the Mez, get rid of the Death Cursed,
Oh, yeah.
play your Servitude. That's not too bad.
He missed the
Really?
again. Wow.
Wow. Okay. I guess you have to use the Primal Battle. Can you afford to use Valley for mana? I don't think so. Not against a deck with discard. Level? So he's going to use the Primal Battle then?
I assume?
I guess he can Primal Battle, play another Death Cursed. This is not good.
Gosh, that's painful.
For Lucy.
Yeah, I mean, he could have burked otherwise if he just got a red.
Yeah. And that would have resulted in either a board clear or he keeps his Death Cursed and then they keep their Mez, but then you just move forward, so it kind of works. Ooh. Doesn't seem good. Yep, there you go, and then play another one. Now, Death Cursed is a huge counter to the slave. Because he can't attack. Why is he not playing this thing? Oh, you're gonna get your entire hand taken. Come on. If he gets red, he can go Totem.
Oh, if he doesn't get red this turn, you can just concede, I think. That's just like skipping 3 turns, basically. That's already too much.
Yeah, that's absurdly unlucky. Thing is, this is the reason why maybe it was better last turn just to use Primal Battle for mana and then play the Death Cursed. Because think about it, he would have the same amount of cards in hand as he does now, and I think the board state would be roughly equivalent as well.
Totem of Tortures is not the card he wants to see right now. Wow, he missed red again.
How many red shrines does he have?
Apparently not very many, because... Well, he had 1 Mountain Sanctuary, but he used it for hero power. He probably figured, well, of course I'm going to get a red one.
7. He's playing 15 shrines!
Well, that's a little
That's
low.
15 shrines? 3 skill shrines! Lucy, you're out of your mind. 11, 13, 15... No wonder he's having shrine issues. I mean, it's still unlikely, but it's gonna happen.
Well, it's time to use your Mountain Sanctuary for level, bro. Sadly, you can't play Dragon Assault on account of the large number of zombies that would result from that.
He's... This is why you can't cut shrines. 16 is like... 16 is low in a monocolor deck that doesn't play skill shrines. Like, they usually play 17, maybe 16 if you're pushing it. 15 with 3 skill shrines? Ooh. I don't like that.
Wait, what? That doesn't seem like a good play.
I guess he doesn't have a choice. What?
I don't know. He can basically go down to like 2 HP right now. Just with sack. And he draws a card off of it too. Yikes. But I mean, in Lucy's defense, he got... That is like one of the worst shrine screws I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, if he was playing better shrine count, it probably wouldn't have happened, but...
Yeah, 15? Jesus. It's like basically...
Not just...
It's giving RNGesus the finger, basically.
15, and he only had 6 raid shrines in the deck to search for, which... Sure, he's probably going to get one, but you're tempting fate a bit.
Well, given how critical it is...
I mean, okay, I get the idea. He's playing, what, 14 totems? No, 18.
18? What?
4 Tortures, Legend, Swiftness, Lightning, and 2 Roggenach.
Well, that's a lot of totems.
Can I just say, by the way, having a deck list in front of me, it's really annoying me now. All of the totems, apart from Lightning Totem, are called Totem of. So you got Lightning Totem, and then
right.
Totem
It
of
should just be
Torture,
called
Totem of Legend.
Storms or something.
Yeah. So it's like, it's the only one. The rest are all in that template. Actually, I'm gonna check the nature ones. Oh god, Totem of the Moon, Sprouting Totem. There's 2 of them. There's 2 totems that have this weird templating.
Okay, Lucy's hand looks a lot less awful.
Totem of Forsaken Thoughts. Yeah,
Wait,
okay, there's only 2 totems that do that.
Did he just DO a shrine? What?
Wait, what did he do?
I thought I just saw him DO a shrine.
Was it a raid shrine?
Yeah, he had 2 raid shrines, but even then, with so few shrines, you're really tempting fate there, bro.
I get that he needs a corruption shrine, but like, you also need normal shrines.
You also need mana, bro. Oh wow, triple 1-drop.
If he misses... Okay.
It's still looking kind of bad. But actually, Death Curse is like not too bad here.
Dragon Assault's not too bad here.
Oh yeah,
Dragon Assault for 1.
Yeah, I think he'd probably wait on that though. Like it feels a bit wasteful, but then again, it's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. I think you just do that. I don't think you can be greedy here. It's a triple.
Why not just spark Death Curse and run it into the 2-1?
Oh, it's got haste. Yeah.
Because the lizard can't block.
No, you're right. It's got Swift. Forgot about that. Haste. What am I, Magic player? Funny thing is, I haven't actually played much Magic in a while. It's just... When you have your first card game, the terminology sticks with you forever.
I keep calling it charge, so it's like...
Yeah, there you go.
I kind of just wish these games just all pick the same freaking word. Like, come on, guys. You're all already ripping each other off. Do you have to have different words for every mechanic? There's rush, charge, swift, haste. Jeez.
Yep, you're not wrong. There's a lot of them that are basically... Because the thing is, there's only so many ways you can make abilities happen in card games.
Yeah.
You're gonna have overlap. There's some really simple ones. I don't know.
I mean, you could pick the most sensible one for each, like between swift, charge, and haste. I think haste is probably the most... Like, I'm okay with just haste.
Haste is the most well-known because it's been around the longest, so that's probably the best one. Charge isn't too bad. Then again, in Hearthstone, it's weird because they've got charge and rush, which are 2 different things.
Yeah, though, to be fair, it seems like... oh, yeah, because they do have to have different effect. Yeah, that's why I think if you want to have it like that, you do need to have that. Because I think rush is in... What's it called? Fabled Fortune, I think they had... I think it was called rush.
Oh, jeez.
Where it's charge. It's like... And yet yeah, that's why you sometimes say the wrong word. Like, wait, what does that one mean again? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like which game are we playing?
Okay, Lucy is starting to recover. Slowly, but...
Totem of Tortures, Death Curse Shaman.
Or does he go YOLO with double totem here?
I mean, you do only live once. I mean, Lightning Totem's not too bad if he just wanted to play totems.
Because Death Curse isn't... I guess it could block. Right? No, it's gonna get burked.
Yeah, it will get burked.
But I guess that's fine because it absorbs 2 mana and 2 damage.
Totem of Legends makes the Offering Yard Priest absolutely colossal. The thing is, if he was just going to go totems this turn, I prefer the Lightning Totem.
Well, I think there's merit to both because you get a bigger Yard Priest and you get some life.
Well, kind of, but the thing is, you could play Lightning Totem this round. Next turn, you got 4 mana, so you could play another Totem and Offering Yard, whereas you can't do it the other way around because Lightning Totem costs too much.
I guess that's fair.
So next turn, you could play Totem of Tortures, and then...
I still think Legends is the right play here.
I think now, yeah, maybe now. I think the fact that he's played a Totem means I think he just has to play this. He's taking 4, but he's gonna gain a life next round, and then
he's gonna possibly gain 2 life because he probably will play both shamans. I'm thinking.
Yeah, next turn he has to play both. He's gonna draw some cards, gain 2 life, probably kill some stuff.
For sure. Oh, is Lyrie's gonna use the Valley? It's so painful to use it.
This is just the Shrinings games. The Shrining has come for you.
You should definitely play the second raiding party. That's a big punch. Oh, you just redrew with it.
Having things with shields. Yeah, you definitely want to redraw. He doesn't have enough cards to warrant going up mana.
Another Yard Priest. That's actually not that useful, though. Triple Yard Priest.
Well, I heard you like Yard Priests. I think you actually play both. They're only 4/4s. That's actually a problem in this case.
Get killed off. You might as well play, that one. Like it's basically has the same effect.
Yeah, because one of them's gonna trade anyway.
Oh,
Swamp God.
Pretty nice.
Oh, he's gonna lose all his totems here.
Well, it's better than losing all his life.
That is true.
No, he actually
no Rackies.
He didn't use some of the charges.
I think he's trying to keep them around because, from Lucy's perspective right now, he'd rather have the totems in play because he needs them for Offering Yard Priest.
True.
And on top of that, Swamp God Emissary is enough fuel where I don't think you need to draw cards right now.
Oh, he sent it back.
Oh, never mind. I actually prefer sending an Offering Yard back there because you can always reanimate the Offering Yards.
True. Ooh, Power Discharge. That's a nice draw.
Shocking.
Into chicken. Ooh.
7 damage.
I think. Well, why doesn't he just kill it though? Wasn't it better to just kill it?
I think he's conscious of the fact that the longer you leave a Shaman deck, the harder it is to actually finish them off. There's also no Swift Totem up right now. There's the Lightning, but that costs 3 mana to do. So he can play an Offering Yard and kill the 3/1.
Blow up the chicken, yeah.
But then he's still not in a good spot. And the thing is, this raiding party is threatening lethal. So if Lyrese draws any way of killing this Offering Yard, like Symbol, Fireball will do it, he wins the game because of Burke.
He has a Fireball already, but Lucy's gonna have to get the life with his totem to get to 5.
Yeah, he is, because otherwise he's dead. So he goes up to 5, but he's gonna
lose a lot of totems. So
yeah, and this Offering Yard is gonna die because of that Fireball.
Ooh, Taimea, but not that useful.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Oh, Fia. That's scary because she.
That is enough.
So let's
see.
See.
Does he have enough mana?
If he plays. No, actually he doesn't.
I think you just kill one of the offering yards then, and then play the Fear.
And then fire. No, I can't really fireball because then he's at 2 still.
Well, you don't need to fireball. I think you just play the Fear, and then hold the fireball maybe, or no, that's a problem.
You could play Fia and draw a card, I guess. And then hold the fireball for something. While killing a Yard Priest.
Yeah, that's true. You got the hero power.
Because you could draw a power discharge. That'll win the game. No, that's not quite power discharge.
The question is, do you fireball now? Because if you fireball now, you take him to 1.
Yeah, the Fia gets him to 1. I don't think it really matters. He still needs a second burn spell of any kind.
Well,
right, so Lucy's alive, but he's in a he's very close to the end.
He's got double Raki, which will clear the board.
He has to send something back. Probably a Yard Priest. It's not very useful right now. Oh,
he can't clear the board.
He's got...
The shrines have returned. 15 shrines. Double Raki is not as good as it looks because he can't actually clear the board. He can kill the 4/3 and the Fia, but he can't kill the Orc. And Burke will just mangle the two of them.
Yeah.
And then he can just attack for lethal.
And then he's dead to even more stuff than he was before.
So I think you have to play the Death Curse Shaman just to stop the Burke lethal.
So yeah, blow up Fia for sure. So where's the 4? No, he can blow up Fia and then 4/4 should go into the Orc, I guess?
I think he has to blow up the 4/3 and then the 4/4 kills Fia. Wait, no, he can't do that. The Orc is blocking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's gonna have to attack the Orc with the 4/4.
And then the raiding party sticks around. That's not good.
But like we said, he can't kill everything anyways.
I think he's just dead. Given the fireball in hand, there's nothing he can do. Because even if he plays the Death Cursed, if it's the raiding party that survives, he's still going to get 2 damage through.
Looks like he's going for the kill on the raiding.
And then kill the Orc?
I mean, it's up to Lyrese what he wants to give up. He'll probably give up the Orc, yeah, because Fia has not only ranged, but also isn't the slave.
Yeah. Well. Huh. Because if he has a way of getting... He's got Timea in hand, right?
Yes.
But it needs 4 mana to actually double chop. Ooh.
But Death Curse was definitely the right play because it can actually weaken something. Oh, really?
I like switching this because, it forces...
It won't die to the...
Unfortunately, it doesn't have an energy on it, but
another Fia.
This forces the Death Cursed to minus the 2/3, so you can just Burke. The Death Curse has to minus the 2/3.
Well, Lyrese has to deal for a shrine. I think he needs 1 more mana, right?
He does, but he can Lucy doesn't know he doesn't have a shrine. So he can bluff it.
What I'm thinking is he Burks and then he puts Timea on the Orc to deal 1 damage and draw a card.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough. He needs 4 mana to kill the blocking.
Oh, you said Timea back.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough mana to use it is the issue. Because he's only got 2 life. So yeah, he has to negative the 2/3. And then I guess you just pass. Yeah.
Another lightning totem.
I'm dubious of that.
Lyrese gets an extra draw next turn thanks to his hero power. So he's basically just looking for burn at this point. Like, I don't think he can do anything
I'm
else.
dubious of that Fia. I think it should be on... I think that it should be on the back row, at least, to force the lightning totem. in case there's a swiftness totem that comes out.
Oh,
Totem
Totem of
Tortures.
but that might not be enough.
Well, he's gonna Mystic. That
Oh,
puts him at 6.
Yard Priest.
Offering Yard. I think he's won. I think that's game over. These Fears haven't done any damage with their abilities. Because he hasn't done any damage. So, Offering Yard comes down to 3/3. He gets to gain another life, goes up to 7, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything he can do anymore. Unless he top decks the most insane streak of burn, but
Well, he'd need like Fireball into Symbol or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very unlikely. Not impossible, but extraordinarily unlikely.
Shrine into Shrine. Just play the Orc and pass, I think.
Okay, so he's dead to any shaman.
He has an Eternal Servitude.
Yeah, but he can't use it for lethal. So he's not going for it? What? Why not just Divine? If you Divine Offering and draw a Shaman, you win the game. Why not try?
Lyris can Fireball the 3/3 actually. No?
I mean, he's going for the burn kill because there's no point in trying because the Orc can maximum get 2 damage in and he needs to draw burn this turn anyway. I don't like that Lucy didn't try for the lethal there. It would have forced the Fireball out of him, but...
Oh, Shrine into Timea. Rip.
Yeah, well, it's game over.
Well, looks like Lucy's moving on to the finale. You're running dog.
Yay! The Burk off has ended.
Burkoff.
The Burk off.
Puq and Geronimo 1-1. Come on, Puq, give me those packs. Oh, Puq looks like he's Geronimo playing 1-turn heal. Oh yes, crush another 1-turn heal player.
We've got Cruel Tech and Lucy for the final, by the way. It's gonna be good.
That's perfect.
It's gonna be good.
Is that Celestial Blossom? What a madman.
Yes, the not Black Lotus.
I wonder if Puq should just like, play that and just make a whole lot of sentience.
Well, he's gonna lose his board here, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because that's gonna go up to 3.
So
no, you can make an airship, right? An airship will survive.
Yes, he can. Interesting. Yeah, he can make an airship. Which he's gonna go up through the thing, spend energy, get the 4 damage in.
Get the value, man.
I feel like Militant Automaton only exists to mess up people's combat math with drones.
Well, I mean, he's competing with Force Mage Protector, so that's a bit rough.
It's like Force Mage and Mortar, so there's just like no way to... He very rarely will play that card, but it does work very well as an artifact creature with the drones. I think Geronimo's favored from here. I don't think he's pressured enough.
Just start spamming Sentience. He can play a Sentient and make a second Sentient.
Well, he will, but the thing is... Like, Geronimo still has 5 cards in hand, and he only needs to start getting Eleanor's going. And he can Eleanor get back... What, Pacifies? Do you get back Pacify? Nah, probably not. Can you get back... I think you can get back Radiances with Eleanor, Firecall. Yes, you can.
But Celestial Blossom is interesting.
Well, I mean, it basically gives you free sentience. Well, 1 mana sentience. The time of Celestial Blossom being free is long gone.
Ooh, Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Charlie the Snowman. We could see double sentient this turn, but there's a very ominous explosive reactor on the other side of this field.
It's very ominous. I agree.
Well, it's never gonna go off until PQ forces it to, because it's just gonna keep pumping the Eleanor. So until Geronimo wants it to explode,
Well, he could parallel Eleanor, I guess, to stop that.
he could, yeah. I just love the idea that this unstable reactor is very stable right now.
Well, I mean, unstable means it might explode, but it doesn't have to explode. It's like you're not sure what it's gonna do.
You're not quite sure. Yeah, it will eventually explode at some point in the future.
From
if you
Pewkie's
get two of them,
it is an unstable reactor because he doesn't know when it's gonna blow up.
that's true. There's a god watching over this gnome going, yeah, now's a good time.
Come on, Pewkie, don't time out. I need those points.
He's really thinking this through. I don't like his chances, to be honest. I do not like his current chances. Yeah, there you go. That'll force the explosion.
Just play the Blossom and pass? I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about, because, like, do you play the Blossom, or do you keep it as Divine Offering fodder? Because it's worth pretty much nothing right now, right?
Ooh, that 4 damage. He probably should be looking for some kind of a Charles Swift combo.
Yeah.
Which you could do with that, with a 0-mana Sentient.
I guess that's the plan. Because keep in mind, he doesn't just have 1 0-mana Sentient, he's got 2 right now. Does he have a drone in the yard? He does. So if he gets a second Sentient in the yard, he can Swift 2 of them. And they're both 4 damage each.
That's mucho damage.
Actually, they're 5 damage each.
Yeah.
Because they'll both spawn. That's a 10 damage Swift combo. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
He picked up Power Discharge. Is he gonna play it?
I have sunk through the bottom of my screen.
Oh dear.
This happens. There you go.
Oh, he frozen instead of... Okay, so he's gonna finish it off? With something? I mean,
he's got a drone that can attack, but there's another drone in play.
Also, he's got an unstable reactor, so he could...
Yeah, it'll just explode.
Could go ba-bam. And also, he probably wants to leave mana open for Pacify. Or not. That may cost him. Does that cost him the game? Well, hang on a second. So, well, he's got to pay 2 mana to get the Sentient back.
He doesn't have it in the yard. It was a spawned one.
Oh, never mind. Well, he's got 1 in hand.
So the 1 in hand deals 4 damage. If he draws another one, he wins.
But
I think you definitely
value Swift first. So he's got to get spirits
true.
on the board. He needs Charles too. He needs Charles to make some like things. Oh, he drew another Sentient. That's cool.
Okay, so all he needs is a renovation or something similar.
If he can just play Charles, it's likely to survive. Maybe.
It's very risky to play that out. I think playing out a Steel Sentient's not a bad idea, because I mean, you can always just get it back anyway. And it might force some removal. He is going for it. Alright, let's see if this works. So, do you valley for a card here, or do you valley for mana? Or do you just not valley at all?
Oh, he's just gonna play these guys?
Oh, because you can, Oh, he's one off.
Oh, that thing's a spirit. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that as well. But it doesn't, when you embody something, it doesn't trigger. So he's one off lethal. Ah, that's harsh.
Well, no, it didn't work because that was a spirit that died.
Oh yeah, of course. Never mind. Charles has a lot of text.
But that gets him to 1.
It does get him to 1. But I don't know if he can actually finish the game.
Wait, couldn't he have sacked a drone? Does it cost a mana? Oh, it costs a mana. Because the sentient can sack an artifact to put an emblem on another artifact creature. You could have put it on the 5/5 one, right? Oh,
there wasn't another artifact.
That would have cost a drone. Never mind.
Yeah, there was also only one drone in play and one artifact. So sacking a drone would just you couldn't do it.
It would break even in the best
Yeah.
case. Okay.
Well, it wouldn't break even, but he didn't have a target because you can't put it on itself. And Charles is not an artifact, and there wasn't another drone around for renovation. There were so many ways he almost had it, but just didn't.
Well, can Geronimo deal with this board? That's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff, but it's not impossible.
Power Discharge and Radiance clears 3 of those things. But that summons a bunch of spirits is the problem.
I think Pyukyu's got this. I don't think Geronimo has enough mana. This is still pretty early in the game, keep in mind. Like, it's not uber... It's not like... It is pretty late, but it's not like uber late, so he doesn't have the endless amounts of mana.
Right. So he probably has to save 2 mana for Pacify just to kill a sentient. Like, that seems to be forced.
The thing is, he's using 1. So anything will kill him.
No, first of all, he should draw with a Shrine. Let's start with that. And see what comes along.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Then maybe shock 1 to draw another card. Oh no, you might as well freeze it if you Radiance then, because it just gets rid of it.
Yeah, you can freeze 1, Radiance, that clears... Well, okay. If you freeze the Charles...
Oh, so it doesn't summon spirits, right.
That clears 3 creatures.
But
you now need to find a way of killing the other 2. Pacify will deal with 1, but there's still 1 left.
Yeah. And you can't summon your own creatures because Pyukyu has a hero power.
Yeah.
I think he's considering playing Eleanor and putting something on top.
Has he got a wall?
He has Flash Freeze. Maybe he's looking for that. Put Flash Freeze on top, draw into it, freeze 2 guys.
Drew Radiance. He can play double Radiance here. No, he's still dead.
He drew another Power Discharge, but that's not enough.
That doesn't do it.
Maybe it does. That freezes. And then Radiance? Oh no, because he needs Pacify. Wait, he's gonna pass turn?
He ran out of time.
Well, that's not good.
He was dead anyway, but yeah.
Well, hang on, if he Radiances, the only thing that's left is the... Oh, the 7/7
Still
was
sentient.
shocked. Oh.
Yep.
And he can't
So he was still dead.
Pacify. Okay, yeah.
So, in the end, didn't matter. But yeah, he ran out of time. He was thinking too much.
Alright, so we got Lucia and Cruel. My boys Rinriet and Pyukyu. They have to play each other? Oh, come on! That's bollocks.
Well, I had Lucy on my sweepstakes, and I think you had Cruel on yours, right?
Yes. Well, no,
So,
I'm annoyed that Rinriet and Pyukyu are playing each other. They're my other 2 guys.
Well, the 2 of mine are Wildblade is at 2 points, and Gander is way down the line.
Gander,
did Gander drop?
No, he got a bye, so he ends with 1.
2-2.
Oh,
He'll
yeah,
end 2-2 because he got a
2.
bye, but yeah. So, Lucy and Cruel. Now, Cruel has not lost a game yet.
And Lucy only barely survived.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Cruel has a shot at the mythical perfect run.
Mythical?
The 8-0. The 8-0, I can't lose a game. He has a shot at it. If he 2-0s, he will have won 8 games in a row this Masters.
So let's see. My score is going to be either 8 or 9, basically.
Mine, if Lucy and Wildblade win, 9. If they both lose, 7. So yeah, between 7 and 9.
I'm a bit salty because I've had 2 of my guys play each other twice.
You know what? 7 to 9 isn't too bad because the maximum you can get is 10.
Yeah.
However, someone will have guessed the 10. Probably.
Yeah, probably just based on probability.
If enough people guess something, eventually someone's going to get it right. Especially when there's only 16 options. And some of these, I mean, honestly, you'd never go for Hull. No.
Yeah. Can eliminate a few.
It's like, I'm allowed to take shots at you, man. You didn't show up. Come on. Could have had a 16-person tournament. You know how long it's been since we managed to have that? Yeah.
Come on, Cruel. Win me the game. Oh, no, I can only have 8, right? No, I can have 9. Yeah, that's right. If Cruel wins, I will end with 9.
Yeah, PewQ just chiming in on the end of last game. Which did work. I mean, kudos for him. He basically spotted the, like, is it possible to clear this board? Probably not, so just go for it.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. If you put enough on the board, they don't have actually like a really big board clear. Like Cataclysm.
Yeah, exactly.
Like imagine if Order had Cataclysm and you can like put that into one turn heal. I don't want one turn heal with Cataclysm.
This is one long first pick. They're both thinking about this heavily.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've actually forgotten what they're running, unfortunately, because there's so many decks. Like I can't remember who had.
Cruel is playing.
I know he had Wisdom Dominion, and Rage Rush.
Priests and Rage Rush.
Oh right, it was Priests. Okay.
Lucy is playing a Amon. What is this?
So let's see. Rage Rush gets banned. I wonder how many times Rage Rush has been banned for Cruel. Probably a lot.
It is the you just don't. You do not let someone play Zash Rage Rush. Like Burke Rage Rush has better good. Some of its matchups are better. Some of them are worse, and it's more. Thing about Burke is I think it has better overall matchups, but in Conquest it doesn't matter. If you play 2 Zash Rage Rush games in a row, chances are you're going to draw well enough to win one of them. It's just that kind of deck. It's not dominant on ladder because it's a deck of percentages. Like in a meta where it's good, you win 65% of your games, but you probably don't get to make enough decisions to make it work. It's purely a choice on metagame and percentages. But in Conquest, yeah, good luck coming up with a lineup that beats Rage Rush regularly, and even then you might just do it randomly anyway. So
that looks weird. So he's playing Almond, but he's got Rage and Order.
Yes, this is a Burning Rage deck. He called it Tridomaniac. What is this? Oh no! He's got Distribute cards. Make sure you're watching him.
Who has?
I'm flipping.
Lucy has Distribute
I'm not.
cards?
Yes, he's got Cannonade.
Oh, bollocks.
Make sure that you've got the main screen on Lucy.
Yeah.
I just switched over because I was reading the deck list and was like, oh no! Might shoot down the stream while he's at it. Okay, so this matchup, I think Lucy wins fairly definitively. I'm not an expert on this matchup, don't get me wrong, but just looking at it, I don't think Cruel can. I don't think he's got enough of a grindy value deck to beat the Burning Rage, and he doesn't have an efficient way of killing Burning Rage. Like, he needs Symbol to do it. So I think he just loses.
But
I
this
don't
deck
think he can
will
keep
probably
a board.
lose to Wisdom Dominion. And then it's between Wisdom Dominion and whatever that Amon deck is.
Well, the Amon... Well, he's... So what do we got? I think Cruel will lose this game, just based on matchup. I could be wrong. If he proves me wrong, all power to him.
If Cruel wins
Then...
this, he's in excellent shape.
Yeah, seriously. If he manages to pull this out, that's crazy. The other deck... Wait, book? Yitix's book. You troll, Lucy. You called the name Yitix's book, and there's no book in it. Come on! I wanted to see a Book of Spirits deck, but there's no book in it. So the other deck is the crazy bounce replay over and over and over again to get that big board. I actually don't know how that deck is going to work against Priests and Wisdom Dominion. I think we'll just have to see. But yeah. So, how do you play this turn? Symbol will finish off the 3/4. So I think you just rely on the Burning Rage here. It's worth noting you have to play the Symbol with play boost. If you pay the mana, you get it. If you don't pay the mana, it's just 2 damage. So be aware of that. Ooh, Sunblessed.
Yeah, he can Trigon for free. That's right. I forget that's a free one. He can actually Trigon the other one too.
Trigon.
Oh, he actually used all the... I thought he was going to just use 1 energy on it.
Does he have another play?
Well, just to keep 1 energy for the next card draw.
Yeah, well, I think that was what I was thinking there as well, because...
This deck has Tombs as well?
This is the most grindy deck I've ever seen.
So he wants to go double Corruption, Order, and Rage.
Curse of Risha, Tombs of the Damned, Burning Rage. Is there a more grindy deck than this? He's also got Godlet Dungeons to help with the double requirements. Thing is, when I was talking about the shrines when they came out, this was the primary use for them. And what's funny about it is whenever we see Godlet Dungeon, you know that this is what it's being used for, because it basically only has 1 mode. The other 2 are used for, well, a bit of extra reach on a shrine in the case of the Dominion one, and the blue one is more of a deck creator as opposed to anything else. Godlet Dungeon pretty much exists just for this color shenanigans.
Okay, my other one crashed, so I'll have to take that back.
What
is going on?
Stealer Innkeeper. This is one of those situations where Innkeeper's actually not that great, because Lucy's almost entirely reliant on spells. Oh, there's another Tombs that he can't draw, because he doesn't have the shrine. Sanctum of the Void. There's a lot of color shenanigans going on in this deck. In fact, there's so much of it, I think you just go the 4th level. Because you're gonna... It's not like you just need it for 1 turn. You need a lot of double color. Yeah, he's just gonna draw the Tombs. There is... The problem that... the only problem Lucy has right now is finding a way of using these forced labor tokens, these torture orbs.
Well, I mean, Tombs is a way to do it.
Yeah, Tombs will eventually get there. It feels a bit like he was looking as like, should I use the Rage? Nah. Because that's like the classic way of enabling them. But 2 mana's a lot for that card, so.
Yeah, it does seem like Cruel can't realistically win.
He can't keep a board. That's the issue. This deck, this like Burning Rage archetype, is pretty much designed to beat creature decks that use fair ways of attacking. Like if you're not playing Tren or even multiple Flesh Sculptors can be dealt with generally. Like if you're not playing stuff like Tren or Tombs or other ways of regularly dealing damage. I mean, there is Ray for Tombs as well, but it's not that reliable.
He's gonna go level here, Tombs. No.
He's gonna do the color conversion, I think. Actually, I think he just raised this turn. That's why he's yeah, he's gonna Ray.
So what is he gonna give up? Order then? Is that what it's?
By the looks of it.
Since he has the Angels on the board already.
Yeah, he's got the Angels on board. If he plays the Ray, then he's already played a bunch of Rays as well. I mean, his logic is Burning Rage is an infinite source of value. I have Tombs. Why don't I just 1-for-1 him? That's the logic here.
Ooh, it's the dragon.
Ooh, the Alabaster has come out to play.
Alabastard is in the house.
Alabaster is a strong card. Like, that can cause some serious damage. Especially if you play it with either, well, large incarnates, or, in this case, Reincarnation Spirit, which I don't think there's one left in the yard. Reincarnation Spirit Alabaster is an immense amount of damage out of nowhere. It's basically a Flame Serpent.
That doesn't die. And it's speed.
It costs an extra mana, but it's flying, has an extra speed, and doesn't die. And if you kill it, your board gets shocked. So, it's pretty good. Alabaster in this case, if you don't have a combo with it, it's a finisher. It's not designed for these situations of 1-for-1ing. But
is he gonna go Goblet level? No.
There's the detonates. That lets you use the orcs. Now he'll probably switch over the level to play his Tombs. I mean, if he switches over the level, there's another Cannonade incoming.
Maybe Tombs Hero Power?
Yeah, that looks to be the case. Basic Darius?
Yeah, it seems reasonable. More ways to manipulate your top deck. And more cards.
Play the Tombs. I mean, Cannonade is kind of inefficient here, but...
It doesn't cost you anything, so who cares?
Yeah. I mean, he's debating whether or not he wants the... I think. Yeah, that makes sense. I do like developing the Tombs there, because I think you just want to close out this game at this point.
I don't know, by the looks of it doesn't look like Lucy can possibly lose.
Yeah, he's super far ahead.
He hasn't even taking any damage yet.
That's true. He's taken like 6 damage from like burning, and that's it. Yeah, and he's just been gaining life with Angels, so he's pretty much just taken nothing. Never actually got through here. I'd be interested to talk to either Lucy or Wildblade about what they think about this version of the deck versus the more pure one, the just Order Rage one.
Seems like you're jumping through a lot of hoops.
It is a lot of hoops. There is something to be argued for the fact that in a Conquest, if your opponent doesn't know that this is happening and you spring this on them when they're expecting Mono C, like, that's pretty good. And then the Burke is Rage Rush, and then this is its own thing, and that can really mess with people. Okay, now he's doing the switch. Yeah, but he can't play the Tombs. This Tombs is going to be stuck in his hand for the whole game.
I mean, he could just go level with Godlit Dungeon.
Yeah, he can. I mean, you Cannonade here, probably. Enjoy relogging on the spectator hand.
Rip.
Here come 3 more orcs, and there's no Detonate about, but he is going to play the tombs next turn.
So I guess we don't get to see Cruel's hand for a while. Oh well.
Lucy could time out.
8 minutes.
It's unlikely, but not impossible. Oh,
Namir's Blessing. That could help. Oh, never mind, Sanctum. Be sure to put that thing in the back.
Yep, doesn't want to lose it. I mean, he actually can't Sanctum it right now. However, he's got a Divine Offering to mess with the top of the deck and the Hero Power. That doesn't do it. I think you definitely just play the tombs, right? I mean, you can also draw and play tombs, or Exorcism to draw and play tombs.
It's all good, man.
I think tombs should be played this turn. It's been sitting around for a very long time. Come on. Play the tombs.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
Yeah. Come on, play Gauntlet for a level. What else is it gonna do?
He's thinking about it. Thing is, it's not like he's on the ropes, so I'm not really sure why he's thinking it this far through. That will be a very dead Sentry of the Light. Okay, so he gets to Ray, kill the Alabaster this turn.
Seems good. I'd still play the Gauntlet for level, because...
Yes!
Oh,
Okay, play that!
He did it! Oh my god!
I think... How long has this Tomb's been in his hand? 4 turns?
I didn't really keep track.
It's been a while.
Oh, another dragon. And a spirit.
Infinite dragons! I mean, Innkeeper can shuffle the dragons in, I suppose. If Lucy takes long enough, eventually he'll die. That's a long death, though.
Oh, is he gonna... He might actually just activate the dragon and then just replay the... Yeah. Oh, he gets to hit him in the face! Isn't that something?
Yeah, he gets 4 damage in. Hermelian can also do a lot of burst, but... Well...
Wait, really? That seems like a
Okay.
waste of time to be killing these things.
Like... He's a bit worried about Detonate, because Detonate does turn all of the orcs into damage, but... Eh...
But he has to get some damage through, otherwise he'll never win.
Well, we've got another Ray on an Alabaster. I'm getting deja vu right now. Do you think he'll play the tombs, or do you think he's going to cannonade? I think he's going to cannon. Yep.
Okay, I better stop spectating real quick. Okay, I managed to run away in time before the cannonade got me.
It's kind of funny because, like, I get the idea is you want to grind out the deck as much as possible, but we're actually getting to a point when it's like, why even play Tombs of the Damned? It's never going to be played anyway. I think Cruel is just waiting for him to play a way that he can win the game. I think that's what we've got to. Alright. You got a second one now. Hey! Yeah, and you just pass the turn here. Because it's... The thing is, you do want to keep the second Tombs in case of a Ray. I think it's unlikely, but it's possible. I mean, if there was a Ray, it would have been using Burning Rage like 15 turns ago, but... Yeah. Okay. Another forced labor. There's the detonate, but he doesn't want it on top. He wants it in his hand. So he's going to draw and sack. So yeah, here goes the clear. So yeah, detonate, attack.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna block just to trade off. Fireball goes face. He takes 6 here. Takes another 3. I think next turn Lucy's gonna win probably. It's just most likely at this point. Exorcism. Yeah, shuffle back that spirit.
You got mana.
And 3 sentries. Just shuffle all the bad cards back into his deck at this point, I think.
Makes sense. Well, he's got lethal next turn.
Yeah. He's got lethal next turn. He's got the shrine. He's got exorcism. So that's 11 damage, and he can exorcism just in case. Not that... I don't think there's a single card he could have, but... I mean, you might as well. Or not.
Gotta re-update my client. It keeps crashing. It looks like the cannonade got me after all.
Oh, just kill him, Lucy. Wanna watch game 2? Come on, there you go. That was... Well, let's see if Kroll can keep it together, because that has to have been one of the most tilting experiences possible. It's like, you don't want to concede, because it's a Masters Final. You can't... You have to play it out just in case. But you really don't want to in that kind of situation.
Alright, so it is the Mono C, Wisdom Dominion, against... Not entirely sure, but looks cool.
I like what Krultek's done here with deck selection. The Wisdom Dominion deck has a more likely chance of being able to beat it, which will give him information to play around when he's playing the more important matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is a weird deck, and he's probably spectated Lucy once or twice. Or not spectated, but he's been watching stream and things. So he's probably seen that this is a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
So wants more info on it.
So it's like the ramp deck, but it has some order business. It's got Innkeeper. I'm guessing it's got the Reincarnation Spirit.
Well, for Lucy's deck is interesting. The way it seems to work is it's based around recurring Eternal Servants.
Okay, but I don't think Cruel's gonna care much about that.
Well, I don't think so either. The idea is each Deogen, because of all the bounce, makes an Eternal Servant into 4 Eternal Servants. So you get Servant back, and then you play it, bounce it twice, and you get 4 Servants. That's the idea. The idea is you never run out of them. However, I don't think... Wisdom Dominion's one of those decks where, unless you have utterly insane levels of value, you can't really value them. Shrine?
Why not shuffle back New Horizons? That's a useless card, right?
Yeah.
Well, Lucy must be really sad that he had to open with order and he can't ramp. That's kind of like...
Yeah.
So here Prinha would be heavily punished by the Centaur.
That's true. Does he know he's got Centaurs, though?
That's valuable piece of information they will find out. But he has to get a green shrine first, and he's been struggling.
If he didn't see the game earlier, this is going to be one of those moments of, what?
Like, what is this bollocks? And
yeah, when it go green shrine, and it's like, green shrine centaur. Huh?
So you think Lucy should just not play the centaur? Just so that, like...
oh, gee, that... I mean, obviously, you still play it, but if he could.
Well, it seems like an obvious Scarab play.
Yeah, Scarab here. So he gets the ramp off. The Prinha is going to come down as a 3/4, though.
And then I think he just Cathedrals the Scarab, right?
Yeah. Oh, 2/3. There's Silencer. That's a big deal. Actually, he's going to discharge because then he can play either Vampirism or go up the extra level to just get the 3/4 immediately.
I guess that's fair.
I like this because it forces out the assassin if he has it.
He does not.
I don't actually know if he's playing assassins.
I mean,
he's not playing them.
What? He's got the kill shrine. Why would you not? Like, assassin is the quintessential card for that. Like, that's the whole point. What is this? How does Lucy get this far? With this
oh no, he does. Sorry, Shadow Self Assassins. Yes, he does have. I was like, assassin. Ah. Yeah, that is the quintessential card. I have seen people play the Assassin Shrine without Assassin, though.
So what do they use? Just Scarabs?
It's mostly aggro decks that do. Because they're playing, like, other 2-drops and are just playing Dominion as the off-color. But still, Assassin's super good.
So what's next? He can't do Jin. Vampirism, maybe?
Did he use his Cathedral for level?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
That's kind of weird. Could be really handy right about now.
I guess maybe... Well, he's got Cataclysm in hand. And Cleanse and a lot of other stuff. I guess maybe he's thinking, I've got more than one Cathedral. I might as well just use it for level while I can. That's some long-term thinking. Which, to be fair, when he made that play, he was under the impression that this was a normal weird OD control deck. And if it's a control mirror... Plays like that can make the difference.
Oh, Karthus. Will he play that? Nah, it seems like overkill.
Slightly.
I think I'd just rather play Vampirism here.
Yeah, Vampirism's pretty good here.
And then maybe you draw into something more exciting. Or he plays Karthus and then Vampirism for that damage, but nah, it's like no rush, really. The only thing is the Devourer can be swifted out, but what's it gonna do, really? Oh, he's gonna go for Karthus.
Because he's just trying to build board. Oh, wait. No, I get why he's doing this. So if Lucy has 2 options. Clear the board or contest it, and Silencer is good against both.
How does he clear it, though?
Well, I'm saying from Krul's perspective.
Oh, I see. Because Lucy cannot clear this board, I can tell you that.
Well, if he can't clear it, he's in even more trouble, because the Vampirism or Silencer is going to cause some issues.
So now he finally sees the green shrine, he must be thinking, okay. Oh no, he saw the bounce shrine, so like, okay, so there's got some bouncing going on. So I have to be careful with playing Prinha under his creatures. Because that could be punished.
Well, as I said earlier, I think this matchup is very good for Wisdom Dominion. So I think the real questions here are more to do with how you deal with this with the Hermelian deck from Krul's perspective. Because he can use Cleanse on this now, or he can play a Silencer, and I think the Silencer is better. Because he's got Vampirism to race.
Painful. Yeah, he's got to burn like 2. He's got the Drayla, that's kind of cool. Oh, Mistio, womp womp.
The Assassin Shrine does get through Silencer if he draws an Assassin. That's actually one of the reasons why the Mono Dominion decks, that the old Pony decks, were actually quite good against Silencer, because their hero powers just didn't care about Silencer, and most of their removal was to do with hero powers.
Well, Lucy's gotta play something. I just say throw the Drayla into the fire. Like, it doesn't need to be that useful.
Yeah.
And then what? Bar Convoy? I mean, it's never gonna destroy a silencer.
You've got two options here. You either break the silencer or you weaken it.
I think you should probably weaken it for now.
I think you probably weaken it. Like, you just play a card. If he can destroy it at instant speed, that'd be good, but I don't think he can. What?
Oh, he's gonna break it with that.
I don't like that at all. I really don't, because that puts Cruel Tech in an amazing position.
He'll just play the next silencer.
Yeah, he just plays another one, and it's... The one thing he had going for him was this Devourer in play, forcing removal. Because keep in mind, Devourer is not that easy to kill for Dominion. They need Helm or like Cataclysm or Cleanse. They need to use the big guns to deal with it. Kata is a double board wipe, so that wouldn't help. And Cleanse costs a lot of mana at this point in the game.
Wait, he got rid of his Illusionist instead of Drayla? Really?
He's trying to snipe the Cataclysm, I think, in hand. Thing is, I think there's going to be a Jhin Vampirism play this turn. Gets rid of the Cataclysm. Why would you don't need Cataclysm right now. You play your Jhin for value, and then you either ramp or you Vampirism. Yeah, so ramp first, you get to draw. Horizons is
I wouldn't
pointless,
even play it. I would just keep it for fodder.
Do you just play...
Play the Earring Bros.
I was about to say, the question is, do you play the Jhin or not? I'm deciding not to. I think the logic here is that Jhin is always going to be good, but Vampirism is at its best with Printa attacking. So you might as well get the most value out of each card that you can. And with the current state, 1 extra damage may just kill him. Because if you think about next turn, he's got 8 damage in play.
Wait, so he played this, and then he didn't wait for his bounce, because he needs to bounce the Diogen. Like, he'd really like to bounce it. Yeah, it's getting cleansed.
Yep. And attack for 4.
Didn't want to play a Jhin? Surprised he didn't play Jhin there.
I think he's setting up Cataclysm now. His main way of winning is actually Lamp, weirdly. But I think he's just setting up Cataclysm. It's like, well... Alright. Play your stuff. I'll Kata it.
Well, there's Miss Drayla. He's gonna play 2... Oh, you can't play 2 Draylas. Oh. I guess that works.
This is pretty good. This is a pretty good situation for him now, actually. That set of plays, dealing with a Vampirism basically for free, keeping on track. Cruel is now forced to play this Jhin because he needs ways of actually winning. So he's gonna look for this Lamp, I imagine. There's a Power Surge, that's pretty good.
Into another Power Surge. Sure. Yeah, I don't think Lucy's healing is going to be able to keep up with Lamps. Why not play the Power Surge? Is he holding a Cleanse, I guess?
Cleanse, yeah. Holding up Cleanse just in case of Devourer, I imagine, or something big. We're at a control stalemate right now, so the real question is who wins the stalemate. And I don't know. The infinite cleanses is pretty good. Drayla, what do you take?
I'm guessing Cleanse.
Yeah, I think you take Cleanse and just take the Kata. Like, just take the hit. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
Symbol of Blood.
Ooh, Silencer. Oh, that's nice.
Kata Silencer, the OG.
I mean, Lucy doesn't mind too much. He'll just burn 2 Scarabs on it or something.
He knows there's Draylas now as well, so you probably do want to play the Silencer while you have it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just burn him out of cards too, because he has more mana and more cards. Okay, not really more mana, but more cards.
Well, he does now.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna play both this turn then.
No.
You can just keep drawing and then play the silencer.
Yeah, and then just Kata later.
Yeah, because this is not that much pressure, to be honest.
No.
Like, it is an amount of pressure, but it's not a high amount of pressure.
And the Cruel Tech is a bunch of Karthuses too, still, right?
I actually don't know how many he's playing, because these decks don't often play... They usually don't play 4. Got 3. Only one Prinha.
Ha!
That Prinha has done some serious work this tournament.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, only one Prinha. 4 silencers. He's got 2 lamps. That is relevant because it's most likely that one of them's going to get killed.
See, maybe he wants to wait till he has both in play, and then hero power and 2 lamps for a finish.
Yeah, probably. That is what 14 mana. That's a lot, but yeah.
Oh, you can snipe the silencer.
This is why I preferred the silencer last turn than hero power.
But it did cost him a card. He had to basically lose a Drayla.
That is true, but silencer usually costs 2.
But oh yeah. Okay, Cruel draws. What did he draw? Probably another shrine. I didn't even look.
There's another shrine, yeah. He's got a lot of shrines.
But I think Cruel is not under that much pressure, anyways.
He's really not. And Lucy is slowly dying.
Karthus. But I think he plays Cataclysm here, right? Hit phase, I guess. Could play Karthus, but I think you want to kill that Diogen. Just because you don't want it to get bounced to get more cleanses.
Yeah, you need to get rid of both of these, I think. I think you Kata. If you Karthus, you kill the 2/3, but then your Karthus is going to become a 3/3 Drayla, so yeah, just kill them.
And he's got the Karthus vampiric, touch of vampirism thing. What do you call it?
He finally got his Cathedral back. He hasn't been searching for it, to be fair. He's just been drawing his whole deck, but he's found it. He found a second Cathedral.
Lucy, I guess, just play the Scarabs. What's Lucy's win condition here, I wonder?
Lamp. I mean, not lamp, bats mostly. Which, well, he's dead to a lamp. Lump. Where are these lamps? There's only 18 cards left in the deck.
Yeah, there's not a lot. He could just clear this board with Karthus. I wonder if he will do that.
Yeah, he can Karthus hero power, and
no,
that'll
he could just
clear.
hero power. Yeah, hero power the 2/1. That's pretty good. Again, no rush. You've got your 2 lamps. I guess he's worried about Drayla stealing them.
Yeah, but if he doesn't draw them this turn, doesn't matter. Because he can Cathedral Karthus, that'll clear the board completely, force a response. It is worth noting that these Vats are not really answerable. He only has 1 cleanse left in the deck. He's only playing 3.
I'm not even sure he would want to cleanse something like that. Probably has better things to cleanse.
Is there another cleanse in here?
Marked by the gods.
Oh my god, Cruel Tech is playing a Conquest lineup with only 3 cleanses in it.
Whoa.
Oh, nope, never mind. Nope, there's 1 in the Zash deck.
Really?
Yeah. 1 in the Zash deck.
Oh, wait, how does he kill this Karthus? I don't think he can.
This Zash deck is crazy, by the way.
Oh, he can just mark
it's a shame
by
he
the
didn't play
gods.
it.
Okay, yeah, I see.
It's a shame he never got to play it, because this Zash deck is ridiculous. There's 4 Ramgax in it. It's a massive assault Molten Passageway deck.
Still
with
no lamps.
15 shrines.
Still no lamps.
That's just insane. The Prinha's back.
Just play her, right?
Yeah.
Play her and
Prinha
Karthus?
Kata. I mean, Prinha Karthus, yeah.
Jesus, still...
He started Dio searching for them.
I mean, with that few cards, it shouldn't take long.
No. 2 turns, if that.
How does Lucy deal with the Karthus Prinha combo? I'm not sure.
Karthus Prinha is probably just what you play here, right? That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what else you're gonna do.
He's trying to figure out how to weasel as much out of each card as possible, but he's trying to get the Kata going. I think the idea is Kata Lamp.
Or Kata 2 lamps. He's got 16
Or
mana.
Hero Power 2 Lamps. He only needs 14 mana for that combo. It's like, yeah.
Is he gonna summon a Spirit and get a Devourer? Oh no, I guess not. Maybe play a Vampiric Ash and try to build it with Might Emblems. Is he gonna Kata this?
Oh, there's the Cleanse. That'll deal with the VAT.
There's a Djinn. That'll help. Cataclysm Djinn? I don't know, man. This is ridiculous.
Cleansing the VAT deals with this. The VAT is a problem. He does need to deal with it. Yeah, he's gonna cleanse the VAT. What? He's probably thinking right now that, come on, there's 2 lamps in this deck. How have I not drawn one of them?
Yeah, I say just Cataclysm and play Djinn, right? That's almost guaranteed to find a lamp.
Well, he's in a weird spot where he may not actually want to find it this turn.
For fear of Drayla?
Yeah, I think you just play a Prenha.
How many Draylas have been played? 2?
Yeah.
Are there any more?
Probably not, but he doesn't know that. I mean, to be fair, it's very unlikely to have more than 2 Draylas in the deck. He doesn't have a 3rd one, but it's not worth the risk.
I'm not sure how Lucy wins the game, though. Like, he does it. Okay, Devour is his big threat.
Well, he's doing pretty well in this weird 1-for-1ing. He has taken the Wizened Dominion deck through 50 of cards.
Yeah.
But I don't really know, if I'm honest. Devourer doesn't really have an answer here. Wait, is he not playing Helms? Is that the Eternal Wisdom? He's not playing Helms. That's the Eternal Wisdom.
Well, it doesn't matter. It just bounces the Devourer anyways. Oh, a lamp, boy! Finally a lamp.
Oh my god, he finally drew it.
Silencer! Now we're in business.
Okay, how much mana do you need to Djinn search for it?
That's 3. 5 mana
So
per
you need-
lamp. That's 13. Silencer 18. Perfect.
18. He's got it. Alright, just
What?
Djinn...
Oh, no, if he gets a second lamp, he doesn't even need silent. Oh, because of cleanse. Oh.
Yeah.
But cleansing
needs
the
the
lamp doesn't
silencer.
do anything, right? Because it just...
He's searching for it with the Djinn. Oh my god. He needs the silencer while he attacks the lamps. He has enough mana to Djinn... Wait, no, it's not in the top 3. It can't be because he just Divine Offeringed it. It's physically impossible. However, Cleanse doesn't really deal with Lamp very well.
Right, it just sends it back.
Like, eventually he will kill him. I think at this point you just play the Prinha.
Yeah, probably.
Like, come on. What are you saving it for? Rainy day?
You can't put her under anything because it's just gonna get bounced.
Yeah.
It's a 4-speed creature. Like, what's...
Just play it. It's a lethal threat. Actually, it would get hero powered, and then if there's a VATS, it'll put him on 5. Okay, maybe you don't. That's a really narrow situation, though.
But then it has to be played eventually. Okay, so he has to destroy the lamp with Bark. Is he just gonna play Devour here into the Silencer?
He did it last time.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he only needs like 1, right? To just keep recurring it.
This is one insanely long game.
We played the
What?
Bark Envoy. What?
Isn't that the only way to deal with these things?
Wait, hang on a sec. Can he eat it with... Oh, he can eat it with Amethyst Scarab. Oh, okay.
That'll do it.
What?
I'm so confused.
Wait, what? But you just burned it. Oh, is that a spirit?
Yeah.
That is a spirit. Oh, okay.
That was a very roundabout way of
It's
doing
like,
that.
What is going on?
Well, he doesn't have enough to He doesn't have enough to cleanse the thing anymore. So unless he's playing pacifies.
See, I wonder if he'll just Cataclysm this, like straight up Cataclysm it.
You may not need to. If he draws the lamp, he wins.
Yeah, lamp wins. Oh, those
Why did he
servants.
go up the cleanse?
He drew the servants though. He can play those.
I can
oh wait,
hero
no,
power
there
them.
are. Oh, you can just get one out of. But they'll give him life. Oh, but that's not enough.
How is this the first servant he's played this game? I guess he's been divining them every time. Okay, double Jin. It is impossible for him to not draw the lamp.
Yep.
Can't be done. He has 6 cards in his deck. He has to be able to find it.
This game, dude.
That's game over. 3, 6, 7, plus 5, 12 mana. He's got enough. It's over. What? Even at the end of the game, he needs both of them. His lamp is hiding at the bottom of his deck. Come on, Cruel. Just play the Jin. You have enough mana. No!
Oh, he's gonna Karthus it, I think.
You're killing me here. You have lethal.
I assume he's gonna hero power as well?
He's got lethal, though. Well, he doesn't anymore, but he did.
Watch Lucy play Steel Nor. I mean, Lucy's, I think, is just screwed, right? Because he can't actually deal with this board.
The funniest thing ever. I know that it can't happen, but could you imagine if Lucy went corruption level Vulture? He doesn't have it, but like.
That'd be the funniest punish I've ever seen. Okay, Assassin, that's helpful, but isn't enough. Well, isn't Krultek just guaranteed to draw the lamp now?
He had it last turn. He just didn't do it. Because Jin puts them on the bottom. So
Right.
he had 6 cards in his deck. So double Jin would have drawn it guaranteed, and then he just hero powers and attacks and he wins. But he didn't do it.
So Lucy has to pop. Oh no, he can, I guess, Innkeeper.
It would have been so funny if he Innkeepered Krultek just to mess with him.
I was actually thinking about it, just shuffle more, but that's
What
probably
do you
bad.
put back? I mean, there's no creatures to put back because he's not playing Scarabs.
Pops Karthus, and then he's gonna have to stupefy Drayla.
Alright, so.
And then hero power for the game?
Come on, Krultek.
Oh no, it's not gonna be game. Well, I mean, assuming he doesn't just. Oh no, he's at 5 life. Oh, he can still hero power though, and Jin for the finish.
Yeah, you can just Jin. This is so stupid. He had lethal. Come on, he's got Symbol of Blood.
Oh right, he can do that too.
Oh my, what is this? Alright, so he goes up to 6 health, but he's still got it. He has guaranteed lethal. There is nothing he can do to stop him.
Oh, he top decks lamp. Amazing top deck.
The most guaranteed top deck in history. That was utter nonsense.
That was a long ass game.
That was a long ass game. We're 50 minutes into this round, and that was game 2. Alright.
The final battle.
So, when I was talking about Krultek wanting information on this
He
deck,
got about as much as he could get.
he's basically got his deck list. You click on his graveyard, you take a screenshot, he basically has the whole deck. The question is, can he beat this kind of deck with a Hermelian deck?
He's gonna be fishing
I don't know.
for the that one ability, Militant Citadel, so he can push out a Spirit on 2 mana, I think.
Yeah, that's the dream start. I'm dubious. I think Alabaster Dragon will pose some issues, but I think Lucy has a slight edge in this matchup.
Well, given the clown fiesta we just witnessed, it's difficult to tell. Oh, there is the Militant Citadel.
That's a good start.
Sure is. And Lucy needs a purple so he can play a Scarab. You guys, he's been getting screwed on mana pretty royally, but it's kind of his fault when you put 15 shrines into a deck.
Yeah, no, he has been trying to get screwed a lot. What's he got in this deck, out of
Oh, and
curiosity?
he misses. Does not get it. Getting
How many shrines
punished.
does he have in this one? 3 plus 3 plus... He's got 16 in this deck! What?
The madman.
It's a 3-color deck with 3 skill shrines! I know it's Yitix, but jeez, man! Some serious greed on the shrines.
Yeah.
Well, he's still got the Scarab, it's just not on Spark Curve.
He needs to find a purple first.
He probably will be able to get it the second time around, though. It's very unlikely he doesn't.
I mean, we've seen some... did not draw it. Let's see if he doesn't
Actually,
get it. Nope! Missed the second time. Oh,
he's
boy.
only got 7 Dominion Shrines in this deck.
What?
He's got 3 Nature, 3 Dominion, 2 Cathedral, 2 Assassin, so that's 7. 4 Order Shrines, 1 Valley, obviously, and 1 Enchanted Spring. So, the likelihood of him getting Shrine screwed
Is high.
is not small. It's definitely not small.
Oh, he actually
Yep,
had to use a cleanse for a mana. That's painful.
Ooh, there are disadvantages to running these 3-color decks.
Yeah, who would have thought?
I know, right? And Cruel Tech is probably thinking, geez, okay, I've got a shot at this. The question is, what do you play?
I think he's considering whether she'd Hermelion out for some serious damage.
It's only 4, though.
Well, I think just Diogen is probably still the best play.
I think Diogen, because you get a Shrine back, and you can play Sentry of the Lights on the Diogen. You don't really want to buff the Reincarnation Spirits, because you need them in the graveyard for Alabasters later.
Correct. And also, you can just replay them. Like, it's...
Yeah.
You'd basically just be giving up like a Phoenix Resurrection almost.
Pretty much, especially with the hero power, because you can use Citadel to reduce their cost in the graveyard. It's actually quite a nice trick.
What's Cruel Tech thinking about here?
I think he's debating the Hermelion.
But that's only
I
like
think
3 extra damage. That's not... Oh, maybe more than 3. Maybe 4 extra damage?
Oh, so he's gonna go for it. So it's an extra 5 damage, so he takes him down to 10. Okay, I get the logic here. So the idea is he's playing an Alabaster deck.
Oh,
So
right.
taking someone down to 10 can actually do some serious damage. I think the question is, do you buff again and then just attack with the 4/4 twice? Because it's the same amount of damage. However, one of them uses an extra Sentry of Light. So he's gonna save on this Sentry of Light instead. Yeah, he's gonna save a Sentry of Light for another damage combo later. Because it's the same amount of damage, the only difference is 4/4. I don't know what Lucy does now. I think he's gonna die to Shrine Screw.
He's gonna go up purple and either play a Scarab. No, there's no time for Scarab. He's gotta play the Assassin.
Yeah, he does.
He's gotta like reduce the damage at least a little bit. But yeah, he's at half health already. Yikes. There's Diogen.
The only thing he has going for him right now is that Cruel Tech does not have access to his hero power for a few turns. But it's gonna come back out.
Alabaster just gonna kill him instantly? Almost instantly?
Well, Alabaster will basically one-shot him later. That's why he pushed that much damage, because Hermelion Alabaster will just kill him.
Is he gonna play the
Later
3/3
on.
here? I wonder. The 3/3 Spirit?
I don't think so. I think he's going to develop a different board. I think he's gonna play Priest and double buff it. Or maybe not double buff it. Maybe he's gonna play Deogen.
But
Okay, he's
I
going.
wonder, why didn't he just buff the Sentry and deal 1 more damage? Like, every bit of damage is important.
Yeah, slight misplay there, I suppose. I think he was thinking. It seems like he was thinking about what he was going to do after he killed the assassin, instead of the entire turn at once.
He's gotta
What
pick
if the game comes to 1
the
damage?
Green Shrine. He's got to pick the green shrine at some point. Man, the shrine screw has been insane, but it's... He's not made it easy on himself.
He's playing a 16 shrine 3-color deck. It's gonna happen.
Is Scarab too slow? Might be too slow.
Does he have a choice?
Damn.
He's not playing Cataclysm, is he?
He's gonna eat a lot of damage.
I think Cruel's got this. I think without Cataclysm, I think he's in serious trouble. He does have Marked by the Gods. Marked by the Gods will kill an Alabaster instant speed.
Oh, Diogen into Priest is gonna be really good here. Oh, speaking of Alabaster, that's already hitting. He's already setting up lethal very soon.
Well, that's 6-7 damage.
Not yet. I think he should just clear these Scarabs and then maintain board presence. Maybe do a little bit of damage if possible.
He doesn't have lethal yet. It's very close.
So
he's got 7 damage.
Diogen, and then the Sunless Priest for a buff. Buff one of the sentries and just pick off a Scarab.
Yeah.
And I wonder if
and
you
then
actually
you
go
hit
face for 3, just to put him that much closer to lethal.
Yeah, you do, because then he's dead to an Alabaster, just straight up.
But he still needs he doesn't have any spears in the graveyard, because the one that got killed had an emblem on it.
That's true. I think the chances of him getting another spirit, though, are pretty high. He'll get one eventually. What's he got? Like... Is it just Reincarn? I think it's actually just Reincarnation. I mean, normally that's enough, is the thing. If you're looking at this kind of deck and thinking, how do you get... Reincarnation Spirit is surprisingly good at making sure your Alabasters work. Because it's so sticky.
I don't understand
and
why
you can
he played...
leave them in the
Oh,
yard.
he's got Milton Citadel. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he does. So that way he gets it down to 6.
I'm surprised he did that instead of buffing one of them. I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference. He still has a big board, and the threat of... If he doesn't kill the spirit, it's insta-GG, basically. Unless he gets marked by the gods. Nope. Missed another DO, Jesus. I think he's just toast. Like, he can't play anything.
Well, I think Cruel's got this.
Vampire
There's no Cataclysm. If there was a Cataclysm, he'd actually survive here, but he doesn't have one. It's not a Kata deck. It does look like one, but it's not a Kata deck.
I mean, I like the idea behind it, but there's a little bit too much going on, it seems.
Yeah, sometimes simplicity works, and it feels like Cruel, with his lineup that he's been playing, has chosen consistency, and it's paid off. It really has paid off.
Yeah, it seems like Lucy just lost to his own deck.
It does a bit, like, yeah.
Is it over? There's one more round going. Geronimo and Sensages.
Well, congratulations to Cruel Tech, but we've got one more game just to observe before the end of the tournament.
Alright, so I end up with 9 points! Yay!
And the last game is one turn heal. Of course it is.
Do you just want to, like, peace out for a few minutes?
Why is it always OTH? It's just... Oh. It's always one turn heal that's lost. What's funny about it is it's not just... Because the deck is not that great right now, it never wins a game so that we don't have to see it. It's always in the last game. What is this, Reanimator? Yeah.
That's cool.
Reanimator is weird. When it works, it's really strong, but it can die to itself sometimes.
Oh yeah, turn 4 Bezorok turns out to be pretty good. He raise.
Yeah, Ray, play Wall.
Wait, so Elnor can put Cleanse on top, right?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's very good, actually.
We're living in a world of Cleanse, it seems.
We've been living in a world of Cleanse for a while.
So you can play that Cleanse... Oh, no, you can't, because it's 3. Okay, so maybe play the Crypt guy just to draw 2 cards? Or Succubus, I don't know.
I'm really hoping for your sake that our Barrage is not in this deck.
Well, I'm watching Geronimo, so...
Okay.
So even if there is, it'll only crash the smaller guy.
Well, we've had some interesting decks this tournament, because there's been... Most of the things we've seen we've recognized, but there's been some weird takes on things. There was that weird Care Bears Spirits deck.
That was pretty awesome. I like
that. That was cool to watch. That was the No Man's deck. There was... Was it Pew who had the crazy, like, damage combos with the Paladin? No, it wasn't Pew. It was...
No,
it was the No Man as well.
I the No Man, yeah.
Man, that guy does some crazy deck building.
I think Send Jesus probably should just hero power into something. Maybe basic Darius.
But yeah, and then Cruel playing straight Herm aggro, which we haven't actually seen in a while. It's not that much. And a Wisdom Dominion deck that, honestly, having seen it in action, I like. Wisdom Dominion decks I've been a bit sour on for a while, because they seem to get out-tempoed and die, or get outvalued if you don't build them correctly. But I think he's actually got a good compromise with the Eternal Servants. Eternal Servants, bringing back the lamps, playing Silencer in a metagame where you need these value cards, so it just blocks them entirely.
Hermelion, that's optimistic. Against 1-turn heal?
Huh. Why not basic Darius?
And also, I thought he was gonna Igloo his Crypt guy so he can draw a bunch more cards.
Basic Neva's not a bad shout here either.
It's probably just better than Hermelion, because it just has more or less the same effect, but you don't even have to have a board. Like Succubus Swift is like 12 damage.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Catacomb Keeper will draw some more cards this turn though, if he igloos it. Which, yeah, I
thought
he didn't igloo it last turn. Oh, the very unstable, stable reactor is here.
Okay. It looks like the Keeper said, draw another one. Let's draw 3 more cards, shall we? Where's Bezarok? Let's see some Bezaroks.
Bezzy.
I dropped a Consume. Oh, he has 1 Bezarok in the graveyard. Okay. And 1 reanimated in the graveyard. So maybe he wants to Igloo Eleanor just to get that back. Let's play maybe Curse of Risha. Curse of Risha, pretty good card against 1-turn heal.
It has been said, yes. It's pretty good. Now, he does have Ray, but raying a curse, it's not as good as raying, like, a creature that can actually attack you.
Oh, man. Maybe he wants to hold that Consume for a bigger attack. But he's got to watch out for Pacify. I'd say just Igloo something and pass.
If he attacks, he's going to get pacified. But there is also the argument where it's like, if you don't attack, he still has the pacify. Alright, so there's a Consume. You consume onto your Eleanor here. You want to split the damage up as much as possible.
Yeah. As a wise man once said, absolutely.
So he's cracking in for 8, which is going to do 3. But he takes an extra damage from the Risha.
Not value.
It is value.
I'd still say Igloo one of these guys, because he basically draws 4 cards when it comes into play.
Well, he can't Igloo anymore. He doesn't have the mana.
What? You madman.
It's unfortunate, but he doesn't have it.
So he doesn't have blue anymore. Is the only thing that he plays with blue the Keeper? It might be.
Probably. Like, well, Keeper and the draw discard shrine. And maybe New Horizons?
All gone, basically? There's no
I don't see
Horizons
New
in the
Horizons.
graveyard.
That is one painful ray.
Yeah, basically, you get 2 for 1 and you lose a life.
Yeah, lose a life and a tempo mana-wise. It's not great. He's only got 2 mana this turn. He's gonna take some more damage. He does have to be a bit wary.
Well, Hermelion can just kill him if he doesn't shock something, right? Or heal.
Yeah, he needs to shock something. Okay.
Isn't it lethal with Succubus?
Yes. Yes, it is. Because the each one of them is worth 6? 6, 12, 15. And the reactors are not going off this turn. The maximum he can get one up to is 5. He can't take both of them in one turn. Well, since Aegis has got this as far as I'm aware.
Let's hope he doesn't miss it. Punish 1-turn heal at every turn.
Has 1-turn heal won a game on stream today? I don't think so.
No.
We've seen a few of these games as well. It hasn't just been the...
Hero power? Here you go.
There you go. And then Succubus kills him. The final game of the tournament ends with a 1-turn heal getting the life sucked out of them.
As it should be. Alright, so bye-bye with this account.
After it got cannonaded a few times.
Yeah, it tends to happen. So we got Cruel at 4, Lucy, Lyrie, and Pew at 3. And Wildblade also at 3. Right, that makes sense. And then a bunch of 2s. And I think... Oh, and Torek and Dobrich
2 drops, 3 1s. Rinri, Andreola, Gander, Sensei, and Comsiant, the 2s.
So you ended with 8. That's pretty good.
Yep. I got 8, which is probably not good enough. I think 9 is what you need. Because it is possible that someone didn't pick 10. It's possible. But it's highly unlikely that no one else got...
I mean, the people who have 3 points are not, like, surprising, really. Like, just pick Cruel and, like, any 2 of these.
I mean, yeah, it's like... It's funny because when I was thinking about... Because which were the ones you picked? Wasn't it Cruel...
Pukyu and Rinriet.
Yeah, because when you picked those 3, because of what happened last month and the month before, I picked different people specifically. But if I was just picking normally, I would have picked Cruel, Wildblade, and either Pukyu or Lucy. I think those were the strongest players in the field. Lyris is good, but he's a bit irregular sometimes. So this time he's been very good. So he's on form at the moment, but I think those like the top 5 is there's no surprises. I'll put it that way. There's no surprises.
Yeah.
Alright,
but yeah. At least I'm gonna get 2nd place. 3 packs, I think. Sure, why not?
Have you got 9?
Yes. I lost one because Rinriet and Pukyu played each other.
Ah, wow. Okay.
And also, I had that happen earlier with, I think, Cruel and Rinriet played each other. Like, it's fine if it happens to you once, you can still get 10.
But if it happens twice.
If it happens twice, you can't get 10.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, honestly, good tournament. I think this was one of the better Masters we've had. There was a lot of good series. The Pukyu and who was he playing against? Well, I was specking Pukyu, so I can't remember, but it was like round 2. Was it round 2 or round 1? That was a long round. Round 1 was an hour long, by the way.
That's very long. That's about as
long as it can be. That was a long round. Like, that was a long round. And then the control off match between Cruel and Lucy was very good.
The system message for Cruel winning is hilarious. It says, once Cruel broke his Master's Curse, he's proving that he's a stellar Spellweaver player. See, even the developers acknowledge the curse. It's a real thing. I don't know who cast it. The Cruel curse. I suspect it was Holiol who cast it.
Probably.
Anyways, we're gonna take off for a few minutes. For you guys, it'll be maybe 20 seconds. And
Well,
we'll
instant.
see you back with hopefully Cruel Tech in tow.
Hopefully.
Bye-bye for a little bit.